So tonight, boys and girls, we're going to get back into our Will Eggy Jr. character. Right now, he's at the Carter Hydro Dam. We're going to be heading off into Bleak Inlet. Bleak Inlet is where we are heading to. We have a whole lot of stuff here, though, so we got to figure out what we want to take and what we want to leave behind, because there will be a bunch of stuff we're leaving behind as well, because we have to be able to climb. So we're just a little bit above weight right now. Thanks. I don't need that. Thanks. All right. Actually, I was gonna read that, wasn't I? What time of day is it? It's still early. Let's read this book and get some mending skill up, because we are very close. I'm doing a lot better today. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I feel good on most days. Just some days my voice fails me, so. Alright, so we read the mending book. Of course, I can't put it down here anywhere. There we go. So we read the mending book. We have a hacksaw, right? What's our hacksaw's condition? 176 on that, 91 on that. I don't think I need to carry that many boom cans with me. I've got a lot of boom cans on me. We'll just take like 4 just for emergency situations. Let's see. Our knife and our hatchet are good. We got a couple of sharpening stones on us. I got some coal. I got a lot of sticks. Let's drop some of the sticks here. There we go. That got our weight down a little bit. Do I have a boomstick? No, no boomstick. No boomstick. 80% on those. Is our lantern full? I think our lantern's full. I believe we filled that up last time. It's kind of full. We'll fill it all the way up. Actually, do I need? Yeah, I sort of need a lantern there. So I sort of need a lantern there. Hey, Laura, hello. How are you doing? You guys got 500 days for the first time. Well, congratulations on the 500-day achievement. There's only a small handful of people that have ever reached 500 days. Very small handful of people that have reached 500 days. But Trej, how are you doing? Nice Skunk, hello. J-Car, welcome in as well. And Laura, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're free to hop on today. It's always good to see you when you're here. I understand real life kind of gets you down every once in a while. Kind of makes it so it's hard to come by. That I completely understand. Let's throw some more teas in here. We got a few more rose hips that we can cook up, so I'm just going to leave most of those in here. Those are just for spraying paint if we want it. Why do I have these gloves on me? Oh, I think I was repairing those up. Drop the gloves over here. I reached 500 days in real life only. Well, that is a good mark as well there to reach 500 days in real life. All right, do we have any hides or guts on us? Yeah, we're only at 42 kilos. Let's grab a few hides. I think I'll leave the bearskin coat for the moment. I'm gonna repair these pants real quick. I'm gonna grab a few rabbit hides to repair our rabbit stuff, because that stuff always gets beat up really bad. That's our birch. Let's grab a couple guts here. Oh, I guess I took all 6. Alright, well, we took all 6. Let's see, I got some arrow shafts. Let's grab a few of those. And take a few of our feathers. Take enough for like 7 arrows. We'll get some more feathers while we're there. I just want to have a few on me. I think we have like 20 arrows right now, so we're pretty good. What are our arrow conditions looking like? And we got a 27%. That's not bad. Couple 73s, 81, 82, and the rest are all at, what, 100? Yeah, the rest are all at 8 of them. No, 13 of them are at 100%. All right. You get out of school right as I start streaming. It's awesome. Well, it's awesome to have you here. How you doing, Skylet Love? Let's do this. Time's up. We'll sneak over the top. Do a little sneakity poo here. Oh, really? You're serious right now? Can I not get up higher on that? Oh, do I have to go up? Oh, I have to go up over here to get higher on it. There we go. Wow, and then I get a sprain like right away. How much cloth do I have on me? I got 23 cloth. Okay. We'll have to make a couple bandages. Make a couple bandages before we get in there too. Because the wolves in there like to make you bleed. Alright, let's go. Alright. Off to Bleak Inlet we go, boys and girls. We got a couple things we gotta do here in the ravine first, though. The most important one is pick up all the birch bark. Because birch bark is the nectar of life. The nectar of life. Hey, Bean, how you doing? Hello, hello. Pick up a few sticks, too. Why not? Sticks are always good. Some birch bark there and there. Another stick. Yeah, we'll collect everything we can in this zone. Unless a storm comes. Seems like a storm is coming in. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good Lord. What can you use Old Man Beard for? I know it used to be a bandage thing. So the Old Man Beard gets rid of infections now.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
If you take 3 of them, it makes an Old Man Beard wound bandage, and that will basically work in the place of antiseptic. So you want to carry that if you can, because it's lighter than the antiseptic is. The antiseptic is actually heavier than the Old Man Beard wound. So if you have an option, pick up the Old Man Beards and carry that around with you instead. I usually keep 2 of them that are made, and I keep 6 that I can make up because they weigh less if you don't have them made up yet. Once you make them up, they weigh 1/10 of a kilo each. Before that, 2 of them only weigh 0.06 of a kilo. So before you yeah, Burlesque, Storm's not good. It's a pain in the butt. So definitely carry a bunch of it around because it's really good. Really good stuff.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Yeah, we'll do that, buddy. We will do that for sure. But how you doing, Burlesque? Hello, hello. Oh yeah, no problem.
Never felt so cold.
Oh, we got some sticks back here too. Wow, that's nice. Drop some sticks here. Sit back here and make up the birch bark that we found already. I've been here. Yes, I've been here. How could you tell? How could you tell? Need to make a couple bandages too. The biggest problem with the Timberwolves is they make you bleed. The Timberwolves generally don't give you an infection, but they just nip at you and they make you bleed. So you want to definitely repair it up if you can. Let's repair that. There we go. Repair our rabbity hat. All of our stuff took damage out in the storm. Storms beat up your clothes more than anything. Storms are the big nasty on your clothing. Oh, I can sacrifice the torch. Get a stick. I guess we could make a fire and cook up some of these some of the teas. Now, the nice thing is I do have cooking 5. Or fire making 5, I think, right? Yeah, I got fire starting 5, cooking 5, carcass harvesting 5, archery 5, mending is almost a 5. But with fire starting 5, you can make a fire with a stick and a match for a 100% chance. So you don't need torches for it at that point. You don't need a torch, which is nice. Oh, the storm let up. Maybe the deer will respawn and we can hunt a deer and get some food. Alright, let's cook up these birch bark teas real quick. Do we have any herbal tea on us? Well, I have herbal tea, I just don't have any made up, so. Let's go see if we can find some more birch bark while those cook. Usually a couple more birch bark over in this area. Not seeing any, though. Not a lot of birch bark here today. I was hoping there would be, but there's just not.
Setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Well, right now it's only -5, so that's not too bad. Yeah, the ravine has a lot of birch bark in it usually. I'm not seeing a lot right here. Maybe it's further down, but yeah, usually there's quite a load of it in this zone. Yeah, there's a couple. And it's definitely worth going and picking up. Because that birch bark tea, it stacks. So you can, as long as you can drink, you can take more birch bark tea to heal yourself. Which is really super nice. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of birch bark here this time. There's only 10 birch bark that we found so far, so that's a lot less than I was hoping for. I was hoping for like 15, 16, maybe 20. But we'll make do with what we got. Where's the best place to find birch saplings? There's birch saplings all over Skylet. If you're in Pleasant Valley, there's usually some birch saplings up near the up around where you go, the Signal Hill and the end of the road. End of the road usually has a few birch saplings. There's some birch saplings that can spawn right up there near the cave there by the hunting blind. That's right down from the Signal Hill area. They kind of are all over though. I mean, there's certain spots in each zone that have a higher percentage chance of having them. But, it depends on what zone you're in, really. I mean, is there a specific zone you're wondering about? Because that would be a better thing. Because yeah, in general they're everywhere. They're everywhere. They really truly are. But there's definitely zones. So Coastal Highway, if you're going down, if you're in Coastal Highway, oh, let's see. Where's the birch in Coastal Highway? There's some birch that will spawn down by the entrance to Crumbling Highway, right? If you're going into Crumbling Highway, there's that car, and if you go down to the right of that, there's some birch and maple that can spawn right down by the lake or by the coastal line. Oh god, I'm trying to think where some other birch can spawn. If you're going down the river towards the coast, there's, right before you get to the bridge, if you go off to your right, there's a little hill that can sometimes have birch and maple on it. There's also birch that can spawn also going down that river where the bear cave is. there's a spawn point of birch that can spawn there. Now, it's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed you're gonna find it there all the time. It's a possibility that you'll find it there, because birch and maple, it's not always up in every single run, and sometimes birch and maple will share spawn points. And so some games you'll get birch there, some games you'll get maple there. Now, the ravine always has 3 to 4 birch in it, always. There's always birch in the ravine here. I already got mine in here. There's usually 3 to 4 though. There's like 3 spots that you can look at. One is right here in front of the cave, one is over that direction, and one is right as you come into the zone. So there's usually some birch here. And usually in Winding River, there's 2 to 3 maples that are in Winding River. So between Winding River and the ravine, you can get birch and maple to start your game with. Coastal Highway is pretty sparse on the birch, though, to be honest. There's probably some that I'm missing. If anybody in chat knows where there's others, feel free to yell it out, because there's probably some that I'm forgetting about. I usually just incidentally, I don't go to Coastal Highway to look for birch. I will incidentally pick some up while I'm there, but I won't actually go there and specifically try to find it, because there's not a lot of it in that zone. And it's not really in good accessible places that you travel through on a regular basis.
Drop something.
All right. We need to drop something. Well, let's drop some stickity boos. Nice swig of water. It's possible for Timberwolf. It is possible for a Timberwolf Mountain only. Is there a bow or rifle? Is bow or rifle better for hunting bears? I prefer the bow myself. I find it to be more accurate in general. But that's just because I am used to the bow. I am not used to hunting with the rifle. And I know the rifle is very powerful, but I don't find it as useful when hunting a bear. The rifle for me, it's way heavier. The ammo's very limited. You don't get to ever reuse the ammo unless you go to like Bleak Inlet or Blackrock and make more ammo. If you're using the rifle though, I would recommend picking up your shells when you reload, because there's no way to make casings, bullet casings in the game. You can't make them. You have to find them or pick up your shells after you fired the gun to get them back. I was hoping there might be a deer around here for us, but I'm not seeing one. No deer. You can get a single bird sometimes on the little island between the 3 cabins. Oh, that's true. That is true. Thank you, TLD is the greatest. That is true, yes. There's possibly some birch that spawns up in there, so definitely go check out those islands between the fishing village and Jackrabbit Island. There's sometimes birch that'll spawn on one of those. Very good point. That one, I think, does share a spawn point with maple, so you might get a maple there, too. It's either maple or birch. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places to find the maples and birches in the game. And each zone kind of has its own particularities with finding them. Sometimes I'll just stumble across them and I'll be like, oh look, there's a birch. And I'll get all excited. The bunny cove. Oh, the little rabbit area in Coastal when you're going down the river. That sometimes can have some birch up there. There's usually maple up on the hill above that, but that can sometimes have some birch too. There's just a lot of different places to go to get them. Hey, Scarlet Alpha, how you doing? Hello, hello. But welcome in, everybody. Today we are heading into Bleak Inlet, one of my favorite zones in the game. Not really. But we're going into Bleak Inlet, so yay. It has been a while, Scarlet Alpha. It's good to see you again. I hope you're having a great day. Pick up a few feathers here. Or a feather. He's a one feather kind of dude. I am doing fantastic. Getting my long dark on. We got long dark. We're gonna also play some Icarus this evening. And we're gonna play long dark for about 3.5 hours. Is the stim down here on Interloper? Yes, that is that train car that's at the bottom there has a guaranteed stim on Interloper. That is what I call the Mystery Lake stim, because Mystery Lake does not have a stim in it. So, Sweet Pea! Oh my goodness! Hello, hello, Sweet Pea! It's been so long. How you doing? How are you, Sweet Pea? I hope you're having a great day. Oh wow! I can't believe I missed him. Can't believe I missed that little bugger. Didn't miss him that time.
Too heavy.
But yes, the stim is there in that train car, guaranteed every single time. Very sore arm from the gym, but I've been going to the gym. I'm usually nap lurking in here. Well, I'm so happy you are. That's great. Snowy Bear, hello, hello. How are you, Snowy Bear? Oh look, we have a distress pistol here. I think we have a distress pistol on us too. Look at that. Let's drop the crappy one. Boop, 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 boop. Hey, look, somebody's been here already. We only have 2 flare shells yet left. I would love, love, love them to introduce the ability for us to make flare shells. Don't make it easy. Don't make it so we can just mass produce them. But I would love the ability to make flare shells in the game. That would be so freaking awesome. 0% chance. Okay. Long Dark is not multiplayer. No. Long Dark is a solo experience from start to finish. I believe there's a mod out there that allows you to do multiplayer. But there is no official multiplayer, and they'll never actually release an official multiplayer either. That's not in the plans. Flare shell bench at the end of a gas tunnel, would you still want it? No. You troll. No. Don't remind me of the gas tunnel. It makes me sad.
Come on.
Bear traps? I don't want the bears to be too easy to get, to be honest. I like that the bears are kind of a hard target. I like that the bears are not something you can just like trap. I would like to see I'd like to see more trappable animals in the game. I would love them to introduce more trappable animals that we can have in the game, maybe put in some muskrats or beavers or squirrels. Where we could set traps by trees for squirrels. You'd have to set them in specific spots though. Like you'd have to put traps by a river in a certain area. They'd have to make like a, where you could see like a beaver den or something. Trap beavers. You'd have to put squirrel traps by trees. To get them to sort of be trapped by it. I'd love to see them add some more trappable animals in with some different clothing for them. That would be kind of cool. I don't know if they'll actually ever do that or not. But that would be the thing I would love to see. Is if they added some more trappable animals in.
Too much stuff to carry.
I don't know how I feel about having trappable bears though, because you want the bear to be kind of an apex creature that's not easy to take down, not easy to conquer. And that to me would almost make him too easy to take out of the equation. So I just don't know about that. But I'd love to see him put some more small animals in. That would be awesome. Flare shells craftable with 5 flares in like 5 hours to make. Yeah, I would love him to make. Yeah, I mean, we have all the ingredients. We have gunpowder. We have actual flares. They could make it so when you fire, they could make it sort of like rifle casings that when you fire your flare gun, the flare shell pops out of it when you reload, so you have to pick up your flare shell and keep it with you. And then you'd have to like load it with like flare, like a flare and some gunpowder and stuff like that. Skylit, bye-bye! Have a good one! I would love to have that, though. That would be great. Oh, my bow's only at 53%. I didn't even see that. Ah, yikes. Yikes. I didn't even see that my bow was so low. We may have to come back here, boys and girls. Oh, shoot. I didn't want to drop my arrow. Oh, beaver hides would have a very high water, you know, anything we made out of a beaver hide would have like 80-90% wetness protection, which would be great. Let's drop these guts here. Well, I was going to go into Bleak Inlet, but I just noticed my bow is in really, really bad shape. And that really sucks. That makes me sad. So let's sleep. Maybe better flare shells with marine flares. That could be a thing. Guess I could leave the other water here. We have water up there. Yeah, I don't want to go to Bleak Inlet without having at least... I'm not going to craft the bow. I just want to grab a maple. I should have taken a maple with me. Because we have a whole bunch of maple up there. I should have taken a maple with me. That's totally on me. Oh, I got a whole bunch of sticks on me, too. Let's drop our sticks and coal back here. That'll give us nice... We'll be nice and light going up. Oh yeah, we're only at 33 kilos now. But yeah, there's lots of things I'd love to see. Personally, I just like to have them add more craftable clothing options into the game. And to give them varying degrees of warmth, windproof, water protection. Maybe make one like really waterproof, but not super windproof, not super warm. Make other ones like really warm but not waterproof as much. I'd love to see him add some variety into the clothing so that you can sort of make your own decision of what do I want. Do I want to go for maximum heat, maximum warmth of everything, or do I want to go for more protection, or do I want to go for more windproof, or do I want to go for more waterproof? It'd be great if they gave us a lot more options with that. Where we could have like 3 different pants that we could pick from. And we could make out of wolf skin, we could make out of bear skin, we could make out of deer skin. We could make them out, we could, and I'd love to see, one thing we talked about a long time ago was having some sort of modification feature for the clothing as well. Where, say you have a bearskin coat, and you can line it with rabbit skins. And that's where having smaller trappable animals comes in, is you could line it with rabbit, beaver, or squirrel pelts, and make it a little bit warmer, or make it a little more windproof, or make it a little more waterproof, depending on what you chose to have it chose to put in it as its lining. which would be great. Cassadar goes roar. Hello, hello, my dear. How are you doing tonight? Give a shout out to our wonderful, wonderful Cassadar goes roar. And boys and girls, by the way, we do have a stream team. Our newest member just joined last night, I think it was. Mind Over Mandy just joined last night, and it was great. So we now have Mind Over Mandy's. We have 9 members in the stream team now, which is so cool. It gives you boys and girls a lot of options. Bookmark that Pause Fellowship page. If I'm not on, or if GamesLift's not on, you'll probably find somebody else on there that's streaming a fun game that you might get interested in as well. And Guntech, yes. And Guntech as well. There he is. Hey, Guntech, how's it going, buddy? Or you might find Guntech on there. There's a couple deer here. I need food, so I'm gonna hunt. I need some food, so we're gonna hunt some deers. I'll give you guys night vision so you can see a little bit better. Another deer over here. I don't want to startle him, though. There he is. Alright, let's go get our arrows back real quick. Alright. A makeshift camo suit. They should add more food items. They have a lot of food items in the game right now. I mean, I think if they added more different varieties of animals, that would give us the same sort of effect. Where we would have those options to have more food items, which I think could be a very, very, very good thing. So yes, I think more food items would be awesome. That would be very, very cool. Take a little damage doing this, but that's okay. This gives us a few more hides and stuff as well. I miss pumpkin pie, maybe from canned pumpkins.
I'm not sure I can.
I would like to see some recipes in the game. I think that would be really cool. Some little recipes that we could make up in the pots would be kind of a cool thing. That would be really neat. If we could utilize different animals and different configurations of food. Yeah, like a meat stew. Maybe add some more harvestable plants in the game. That would be kind of cool. More harvestable plants could be a nice option to give you more food variety. I think the food should fill you up more. I ate a moose steak. If I ate a moose steak, etc., I would be stuffed. Yeah, but they have to have some sort of calories that you get from it and have that be it. I mean, they could go more in depth on it, but the basic food management is what it is. I get that, though. They could add peanuts and you could turn them into peanut butter. Peanut butter! We want our peanut butter. We want our, what I want, you had rosehip bread last week. Ooh! What I want back is the possible peanut butter jar in Forlorn Muskeg. That's what I want back. I say we riot till we get our possible peanut butter jar back. That's a 1 minute? That's weird. Oh yeah, because we got harvesting 5, so we get more meat off of our stuff now. So 2 kilos is not really 2 kilos, it's more than 2 kilos. Hinterland should consult with some of the Canadian tribes and nations on what native plants are edible. Yeah, totally. I can see that being a thing. Alright, let's go over here. Let's grab these guts and hides. Let's run over here real quick. Dump them off. Grab a little bit more sticks that we have. And then we can get these deer all cooked up. I was hoping we'd get some deer because we've been really low on food. Really low on food. You know, I'm just gonna drop these over him so I don't see it. Oh. I guess that's not gonna work.
I'd better find some water.
I'll get you some water in a second, buddy. Right now you're gonna go thirsty. Alright. POV, you have no tools and find a deer carcass at 51%. Maybe more meds and different types of wounds, for example, different levels of bleeding. In level 3, you'd need like a tourniquet. Yeah, maybe something a little more aggressive than just a couple different bleeds that you can get. That'd be an interesting idea. There's a lot of stuff out there floating around. There's a lot of stuff floating around and idea-wise, and I'm sure they've seen a lot of it. I'm sure they have seen a lot of the ideas and have said yay or nay to them. But, you know, in the end, Raph has his own vision of what he wants in the game. He does have his own vision of the game. And he tends to stay pretty true to that. I know they have... I know they probably have modified a few things along the way to fit some player concerns. I mean, I know they really wanted to have the... really wanted to have the bear spear from the story mode in the game itself. It just was so unwieldy and just not... It wasn't going to function. It just wasn't going to function in the game. Nobody wanted it. Well, nobody wanted the flashlight either, but they gave us that anyway. But nobody wanted that. And so they scrapped that idea. The bear spear's only story mode, so... And I feel like deer, if it feels like it can't run, it may charge for only 15 seconds. The deer are skittish, I guess. I don't know. It's how they're built. That's a big piece. That's not. That's not. That's a big piece. Okay, so we got 2 more big pieces and 4 small pieces. I think I have some more birch bark I can prepare up. Yes, I do. The flashlight, yeah, the flashlight just doesn't do much. The flashlight to me is sort of like the bang cans. They're kind of a cool idea and concept, but the actual practical use of them is a little underwhelming. Because the bang cans, unless you're super accurate with them and hit the animal with it, it's not going to damage them. It's just going to startle them and make them run, but then they're just going to come right back. And they're just going to come right back, and so it's like, okay, so you get to stave them off for a few minutes. I mean, I don't know. I'm not real sold on the explodey cans yet. Explodey cans don't do a lot for me. Oh, you know what we should do? We should make us a little water here since we got a fire going. I only used the flashlight twice. Yeah, now in an endless night mode of the game, the flashlight might actually have some uses, but the problem with the flashlight is it's so heavy just to have it for that brief amount of time during an aurora. Now, if you had an aurora every night, it'd be a different story. If the aurora was every single night, then it'd be a different story. I'd be like, hey, flashlight's the greatest thing around. But you get an aurora maybe once every week, 5 or 7 days on average, maybe, and it only works during that. Now we did postulate it would be cool if the aurora charged the flashlight, and then the flashlight would lose energy over time, and of course it would lose energy if you used it, but over time, once the aurora was done, the flashlight would be charged, and then the batteries would slowly but surely lose their oomph over time, and you would be able to basically have it and utilize it outside of an aurora event for a certain amount of time. Like, if you didn't use it at all, maybe it'd last, like, maybe the batteries would stay charged for 3 or 4 days. But if you used it, of course, it drains the battery down. But at least that would make it more of a useful item than what it is. Because right now, the flashlight is pretty garbage. I mean, there's no, I don't see a reason to carry it around with me at all. Just because of the very limited amount of time you actually get to use it. But yeah, I think that would be really cool if it had like a long-lasting battery. Of course, it would decay. You know, they could say, hey, the batteries in these are really old. They don't hold the charge very well, but hey, it will stay charged for 2 or 3 days after the Aurora event, so you can utilize it and actually get some use out of it. They should add planes that fly by just to give you a sense to be rescued. Well, yeah. They should also. I mean, I want an anti-aircraft missile in the game for Moose. So you know, when they introduce that, then I'll be happy. Yeah, there's some stuff I know they'll never put in the game. Probably planes flying by. They'll probably never have. Yeah, I want a little handheld rocket for the Moose. It would harvest the meat for you instantly. Of course, you only get half the meat, but it would harvest the meat for you instantly. Hey, D, how you doing? You came in and heard I want anti-aircraft. I was very confused. Well, I was heading to Bleak Inlet, and then I was getting ready to go in there, and I was like, oh, my bow's at 50-some%. I should have brought a maple along. Big dummy. So we're headed back to get a maple, and then we'll go. I prepared really well, except I just forgot my dang maple. Forgot the dang maple, gosh dang it. But how you doing, little blind mouse? How's your truck? Master Kano, hello, hello. Hello, hello, my friend. Welcome to the stream. How you doing tonight? All right. Let's do this. No sleep till we get to the bottom of the ravine. Get ready to go in. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty damn schnifty. Where's my maples at? I don't think my maples are in here. No, that's arrow shafts. That's guts. That's birch. That's all hides. Is it down on the bottom? Oh, it's down on the bottom. Okay. There we go. We'll take a maple with us. There we go. A sled? Yeah, a sled would be kind of cool if they did that. I don't see them doing that, but it would be kind of cool if they added a sled to the game. That would be kind of neat. No, this weekend I'm off, Trace. I have not heard, or I contacted Hadrian a little while ago and said, hey, you know, hit me up if you want to do anything. But yeah, this weekend I'm actually not streaming at all. But I have not heard back from Hadrian on any future endeavors that we're gonna have together. Have not heard back from him at all. So drop that here. But yeah, so don't know when our next State of Decay might be, but I'm always up for it. So, but yes, the plan this week, boys and girls, is I'll be playing some more of this character, Long Darkwise, tomorrow. Then on Saturday, I will be off, but there will be a Long Dark rerun. On Sunday, I will also be off, but there will be an Escape the Pacific rerun. A Mark Wars requested Escape the Pacific rerun. So Mark Wars, you'll get your wish. Mark Wars is like, yay! We'll be sailing. Yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with my best friend. She's going through a bunch right now. She just broke up with her boyfriend and stuff, so I'm gonna go hang out with her, keep her mind off things, and we're gonna go do some yard sales, estate sales. We're gonna meet up on Saturday night with a friend that we used to both work with and hang out with them for an evening. And then Sunday we got a couple projects around her place to finish up. So it'll be a busy weekend, but it should be fun. I'll take some pics and post them up on Instagram. I gotta get better at that. I gotta become more of an Instagram influencer. No, that'll never happen. That'll never happen. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, take her mind off things with a bunch of fun stuff. Oh, by the way, boys and girls, TwitchCon 2022 is on. It's on. Like Donkey Kong. October 7th through the 9th, I believe it is, if memory serves me right. I already got my hotel booked. I got my plane ticket snagged. And I'll see y'all there. Yep, I already got my hotel booked. I got my plane ticket all ready to go. The tickets for the actual con don't go until the summer, but I am set. I am set. Oh, I'm so going, Cassadar. I have been dying to go back to TwitchCon since 2019 was the last TwitchCon, 3 freaking years ago. Thanks, Coov. Thanks, Coov, you big poop. The hotels are not cheap. The hotels in San Diego, I will say one thing for your town, Mark Wars, is damn freaking expensive. The hotels were not cheap. It's a couple $100 a night. But I didn't want to be super far away from the, the venue. Yeah, with taxes, because you know California, they love their taxes. They'll tax a freaking footprint if they can. With their taxes, I think the room for the 2 nights, Cassadar, was about $500. It was about $500 with the taxes. So, yeah, not cheap. Not cheap. And I had to take a more expensive room because I found lots of places that had a room for Friday night, but no room for Saturday night. So I could book a room for the night of the 7th, but not the night of the 8th. I wanted to get the hotel that I stayed in last time because I really liked it. It was very comfortable and nice, and they had a good breakfast buffet. But they only had, well, I think what it is, Cassadar, is people are snagging up rooms. They're not going to go on Friday. Because Friday's like a half day. They're basically snagging up rooms for Saturday night because they're going on Saturday to the con, and so they're only getting the room for one night. So the night of the 8th is filling up, where the night of the 7th is not. So, I'm in the U.S. beer with all friends. I'm in Oregon, so I'm just a little north of San Diego area. But yeah, so I think that's probably what's pushing that. Ads are super weird, Sweet Pea. Sometimes the ads will run, sometimes they won't. So it's just a little. I could drive down there if I wanted to, but flying's just as cheap. I think the round trip ticket was like, I think the round trip ticket was only a couple $100. The ticket, I think the con, I think the convention and my plane ticket will be cheaper. Will be cheaper than the hotel room. Yeah, it's not that much, but I'm only coming from Portland, so it's pretty quick though. It's pretty quick there. It's more than a 10-hour drive. I mean, yeah, just the time. I don't want to spend all that time in a car. I don't want to spend all that time in a car, so for me it was well worth the drive. Or well worth the plane ticket.
Feels like night is coming.
Oh jeez. Hey, Jolly Doodle with the 100 bits! Woo! Thank you for the 100 bitty boos there, my friend. Appreciate that very, very much. Drop a few sticks here. Drop the meat out here. Thank you for the 100 bitty boos! Pick up our cured stuff. Our hacksaw, our flares, and our boom cans. See where our weight's at. Oh, we're still only at 40 kilos. Nice. Let's grab a water. Grab our storm lantern. There we go. It's a 25-hour drive for you. Yeah, I think so. Let's see. Let me just map it out real quick. San Diego, California from here. If I drove straight through, it's a 17-hour drive for me. 17 hours is what it clocks in at. That's a lot. San Diego, I forget San Diego is so far down there. It's not like driving to, like, LA or something, or San Francisco. But yeah, San Diego's a long freaking ways down. 17-hour drive for me. Of course, I'd cut that down to, like, probably 16 hours. Maybe 15. Not that I'd be doing anything wrong. I wouldn't be doing anything wrong. I'd just speed it up a little bit. I'd bend space and time. Hey, Neon Bombarder, how are you doing? Cindy, hello, hello. Yeah, furthest Oregon. Yeah, exactly. I'm in northern Oregon. I gotta drive all the way through Oregon and then drive all the way down there. I mean, just to get to Crescent City. So when I drive down to the Redwoods, it takes about 8 hours to go down there. Now, you are taking a few back roads, so cut another, you know, you do veer off from Interstate 5, and that takes, it probably doubles that last, like, few hours. So it's really, if it was a, you know, if you could go all the way down on I-5, it would probably be, like, 6.5 hours. But, yeah. It's a long drive. It's a long, long drive. Actually, I think we're going to fix up our, this. But, yeah, I'm very excited for TwitchCon 2022. I hope to see you there, Mark Wars. Even if you don't come to the convention, Mark Wars, you gotta at least let me take you out to dinner or something. Or take you out for a drink or cigar. We can even go get some tofu if you want. Go down, you can show me where the taco truck is. You can show me where the taco truck is. That's what I want. That's what I want. I want you to show me where your awesome taco truck is that you always are talking about going to. That would be my dream. Is Mark Wars invisible in person or just in chat? I don't know. I don't know, Goonies. He might be invisible in person as well. I'm a French guy, but I'm living in Canada during this time. The long dark is my garden. Nice. You're gonna be going. I'm gonna go for a bit. All right, Burlesque. Have a great one. Thanks for coming by and hanging out with us. I really appreciate it so much. So very much. All right. Drink our water. Mark is but a figment of... Well, but Mark Wars isn't invisible. He's really Bill Gates. He's really Bill Gates. He hangs out on my channel sometimes. That's how he gifts out all those subs. He's actually... I have this theory. He's either Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos. Just hanging out in my channel. That's my theory. But yeah, I'm very excited for TwitchCon. I super am. I was very, very, very excited of it. Tacos not a bad idea. Oh, tacos are always a good idea. Tacos are never a bad idea. Unless it's Taco Bell. I'm talking like street tacos. Street tacos are never a bad idea. It's never a bad idea to go get some street tacos. Taco Bell? No, that's a bad idea. Oh, what did you just step into? Oh, I was saying, Mark Wars, I'm very excited for TwitchCon 2022. I already got my hotel booked. I got my plane ticket booked. I'm ready to go. All I have to do now is buy my TwitchCon ticket. And those aren't going to be on sale until this summer. And I was saying, when I come down to San Diego, my dream is to have you show me your taco truck. The taco truck that you're always bragging about. That you're always talking about. That you're always like saying, ooh, hey, yeah. Plane tickets aren't that bad, actually. Never been on one, though. You've never been on a plane, Cassadar? Oh, my goodness. This taco truck, and it's not a, no, you're always saying you're going to take a walk down to the taco truck. I want to see this legendary taco truck that you go to. No, the euphemism was I want to see your burrito truck. You've never, or to the ocean. You've never been to the ocean either? Oh my gosh, Cassadar. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine that. I can't even imagine not ever seeing the ocean. Marquesos de Guerman is the truck of legend. Okay, okay. Well, I was saying, Mark Wars, when I come down to TwitchCon, I have two things I want to accomplish there. I want to meet a lot of you. If you guys and gals come to TwitchCon, I'd love to meet any of you at any time. I'd love to meet up with you. If you're even not coming to TwitchCon, Mark Wars, I'd love to just, like, go have dinner with you, or go get a drink with you, or have a cigar with you. It is October 7th through the 9th. Mark is like, oh, I'm going to be out of town that day. Wouldn't that be convenient, Mr. Bezos? Be out of town that day. But, yeah, I'm very excited. He'll be washing his hair. He'll be washing his hair. Dang it, you're getting married October 9th. What? What? Well, that's cool, too. So variant 23 doesn't happen. Why do you think... Well, the hotel you can cancel at any time, but why do you think I got protection for my... Why do you think I bought flight insurance for my flight? That's why I got flight insurance for my flight, because I was like, no way in heck am I spending money on an airplane ticket that's then going to get canceled. And they'll be like, oh, well, we'll give you a voucher you can use in the next year. It's like, no. But hype for getting married, Sweet Pea. Oh, Sweet Pea marriage hype. You're already married to the stream. No, they aren't. But yeah, it's in October. October 7th through the 9th, so I'm super excited. Crandelonius. Crandelonius? I'm gonna say Crandelonius. I think that's what it is. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that very much. It's a cave. A new location discovered. It's a cave. We discovered a cave. Oh, those guys are chickens.
Freezing.
Oh, I have meat on me, don't I? Yeah, I got meat on me. Alum! Hello, hello. How are you doing? By the way, boys and girls, through the end of this month, our Stream Loots packs, you can get 18% off on them. We aren't doing Stream Loots right now, but you can get 18% off on the Stream Loots packs if you use the code S3Onyx is here, because we hit the Onyx division. There's also our stream team, by the way. But yes, we actually hit Onyx division, which gives people a chance to get a good discount code. And I will be working early next week to get a few more. I saw some great suggestions for some cards, so I'm going to be working on that, trying to get some cards made this next week as well, which would be awesome. And you guys and gals have been awesome this month. We've really outpaced ourselves on stream loots, and we also had a very successful, beautiful auction on stream loots as well, which was great. That was so much fun to do. I'm just gonna warm up for a minute. All right. My goal is to get down into the cannery. I don't know how well that's going to go, but let's actually get our flare out. These wolves up here seem to be on a different schedule now. It seems that until you hit the either the tower or the hut where you get the note, they don't attack you. They just kind of run from you. I don't know why, but now that I've said that, of course, they'll probably attack me now. No, see, now they're running away again. Yeah, see, they aren't attacking at all. It seems like Hinterland gave us a little bit of a chance in this zone by not having just outright bombard you from the moment you enter. Because it used to be these guys would attack you the moment you got down in this area. You'd have to fight them just to get past the, just to get past to the tower. I don't know. That it's been happening, Gun Tech, for a long time for me. For me, it's been happening for a long time. So maybe I'm just special. Maybe I'm just special. There's a ravaged corpse here. I should probably harvest it before it decays. Because once I go inside, it's gonna be gone. Take a little bit of cold damage.
Die if I don't warm up soon.
Now it seems that once you get right about in here or right up to the tower, that's when they suddenly get their switch flipped, for me anyway. It's weird. It's weird, I tell you, it's weird. There's another deer down there too. The pensive lookout. Maybe it's because I'm stealing their food. That could be. They do. I know wolves do not take kindly to sharing their food. See, like here one comes right now. You can see him down there. Oh, but he ran away again. Huh. There should be a rope. Yep, there's a rope right there.
Too heavy to carry.
Beautiful. All right. Now this is a weird shack. There's things that you can't break down in here that you can break down in every other place in the game. But I think I don't think you can break this chair down. There's another pot here.
Nobody needs this anymore.
You can't break that chair down. There's a whole bunch of books here you can burn though. They're very colorful books too. Oh, we got some ketchup chips. Haven't seen any man-made food in a while. Oh, there's some peaches and some dog food here. Got a tinder plug. I don't need that. All right, let's drop our guts and our hide, our birch and our maple. Yeah, I got a lot of weight on me, don't I? Got a lot of stuff on me right now. What did I pick up that was so darn heavy? What did I pick up that was so darn heavy? Oh, I did pick up some sticks and some cedar. Oh, I picked up all those books. That's what I picked up. I was like, what did I pick up that was so freaking heavy? All those books. And I do have the rope on me too, yeah. And I got the rope. The rope and the books did me in. Leave those here. We'll definitely have to skinny down to go down the rope, that's for sure. I'm gonna leave the guts in here for the moment. My maple. Actually, I'm gonna keep 2 guts and the maple on me. I can't remember if the place down here has a workbench in it or not. Alright, get these birch and maple curing here. Along with that deer hide and the guts. Alright, we're still a little bit overweight, but we got some food on us. Look at that. Wow, the chips are still at 11%. That's kind of cool. I guess we'll see now. Nope, they're still afraid of me. Maybe it's my bearskin coat. Maybe they're like running in terror of my bearskin coat because it's so fearsome. They're like, no, Atheenon, don't attack us. You have a bearskin coat on. You obviously can handle yourself. You've defeated a bear. Actually, before I go down that way, we'll see. Been playing old alpha versions of the game lately. Been feeling very nostalgic. Honestly, the game feels more scary. Oh, and the old alpha versions, when you have very little that can protect you, yeah. Well, back then they didn't even have Interloper. I mean, Interloper wasn't even a thing. It is fearsome, Guntech. It does have that bear head attached to it, so I can understand them being a little scared. God, they have never fixed this. They've never fixed this invisible rock here. Would have thought they would have done that by now, but they never have. I think the code and bear bedroll stack. They probably do. Usually these guys haven't given two craps about it, though. They've been like, we don't care. We're still gonna eat your face, sir. We can eat your face. Can we eat your face, sir? And Fluffy's still in the dam? Yeah. Oh, God. I miss Fluffy so much in the dam. She was a scary mamma jamma. Ooh, there's a deer down here. We better take it before the wolves take it. Once the wolves come down here, there's no getting that deer anymore. Where'd he go? Oh, he's right there. Really? Seriously? He's gonna run right up into deer, right up into wolf country. That stupid deer. That stupid deer is gonna go right up into wolf country. We bled him too. Atheenon, other than cabin fever timber wolves, what's the worst thing that's been added to Long Dark? The gas. Poison gas was just stupid. Stupid to add into it was stupid to add it into the survival part of the game. Just a really bad thing. It just in survival, it just doesn't really work that well. Where did that deer go? Did he come die up here? Yeah, he did go die up there. Right in the middle of all the wolves. Fabulous. The Kevlar vest? The Kevlar vest is just kind of meh. It's not that great. Oh, we can probably get a Maglens fire going, though. Heck yeah. The Kevlar vest is pretty garbage, yeah. It weighs too much sprint reduction.
Come on.
Too much weight, too much sprint reduction. It has very limited usefulness in the actual game itself. We're just gonna harvest him the old-fashioned way. Broken ribs are pretty bad, but you know, broken ribs, it's nice that it takes a long time for him to heal. I kind of dig that it takes a while for him to heal. It makes it one of those things where you really think twice about fighting the wolf, you know, fighting the moose. It makes you kind of consider your life options, you know. Yeah, it's almost as good as the flashlight, except you can't harvest it. Well, you can't harvest the vest. Can't you harvest the flashlight? I thought you could. Well, this will give us some food up here, which is good. Yum. And another deer hide. You've never used a flashlight? I've very rarely ever used it myself. Really? We've talked briefly before, Magic Jack, about snowshoes for the game. Where you could actually utilize snowshoes to
I don't rest soon, I'm gonna faint.
Or you could utilize snowshoes to traverse in the snow faster, which would be kind of cool. I could dig that. I could be down with that. Demon Dirk, hello.
I'm not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
That put us overweight. That put us a little bit overweight. You're back and you found there's a long dark wiki. Yes, there is. There's one less we'll have to face in the future.
This gear's starting to slow me down.
Yes, the Long Dark Wiki it's pretty accurate. There are some, you have to take it with a grain of salt because it is a wiki page, and there's sometimes people will put information on it that is not always correct. So you do have to be kind of cautious of what you take from it, but most of the stuff on there is pretty accurate, so... So, I mean, don't like disregard it completely, but I found mistakes in the Long Dark Wiki. And some of the information is just old. Some of the information in it is just old from previous builds that used to be true, but it's not any longer sometimes. It's not like people are going and trying to purposely, like, put bad information on it. It's just some of it's outdated. So a lot of times, information, I don't know if you can see when the information was put on Wiki or not, but I've noticed that sometimes if you go searching online for like a question about the Long Dark, and you find an answer from like 5 years ago, it's probably not gonna necessarily be relevant to what you're looking at today. It would have been relevant 5 years ago, but not today. So... Oh, you're doing some forest gun tech. Nice. I just couldn't get into the forest. It's just me, but it just wasn't my bag. Wasn't my bag. I mean, it's all cool, but yeah, it just wasn't my thing. I don't know if games is going as well, Cassadar. I don't know if games is going as well to TwitchCon or not. I will look up the information. I can't remember the name of it, Cassadar. I saved a screenshot of it to my phone, but I will message you back later with an answer to your question. I'm going to add a page chronicling the tales of the love child of Methuselah and Grey Mother. Oh. Ooh. That would be weird. That'd be weird. That'd be just weird. Oh, that's raw. Ah, thank you. This chair actually helps me keep pretty darn good posture, to be honest. It's a very comfy chair to sit up straight in. All right, let's drop the hide. Get another hide down cure in here. Oh, okay, get that cure in there. Break down the bench with our hands. That way we can get as much done here as possible before we leave. There we go. Actually, Will Eggy Jr. is the love child, the secret love child of Will Eggy McKenzie and Molly. You didn't know that. You didn't know those two were in a relationship. See, you can't break down that toaster, which sucks. I mean, and you can't break down this lamp either. None of the metal stuff in here you can break down. It's so weird. Can't break down the shelf. You can break down that box. But there's a lot of stuff in here you can't break down, which is just strange. Very strange. Alright. Let's get our sleep, and then we're going to go down and get our note tomorrow. Go get our note, and we're going to go then and climb down the rope. We'll have to figure out our weight and leave some stuff up here. Or just maybe make like a couple trips. But at least we have food up here now. The reason I took that deer was mainly just so I have a food source. I'm guessing Will Eggy Jr. never went and checked the basement. Windows should be able to break and make a building not as warm. There'd be a lot of that. I mean, they could do something like that, I suppose. I don't know why they would. But I suppose they could do something like that. Keep one good torch. Doing stuff, Lord. Thanks. You want the pry bar to unlock the boarded up houses? That would be awesome. Yeah. That would be great if we could unlock those boarded up houses. I think that would be super cool. See, we got some dog food on us. Let's chomp on that. I want to be able to burn down a structure. You just want to burn it all down. That'd be a massive fire warm-up bonus, though, wouldn't it? You could burn it down. They're still afraid of me. It must be the coat. It must be the coat. The coat is making them scared. They're scarred. Scarred of the coat and the bedroll. They smell the stink of bear all over me. They're like, heck no! We are not gonna attack that person. I hope all the Timberwolves got the message. Don't come after me. I'll come after you. Heck, I already took out one of their number, which was kind of nice. The Coast Mount Road. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool if you could look outside and see what's out there. That would be kind of cool. It would probably be a programming nightmare because each of those zones is like each of those houses you zone into is its own like unique area. But they could probably do it. I mean, I'm not saying they couldn't, but I don't think they care to at this point. Now you can look outside the Mountaineer's hut, see what's out in front of it. Let's look in the boot. The boot, as my British fellows will say. Let's look in the boot of the car. We're oot in a boot. Yeah, word got down from Blackrock. Yes, it did. The word came down from Blackrock that there's some crazy guy in a bearskin coat with a bearskin bedroll who's been killing a whole bunch of wolves, who's been thinning the herds. That was me. I opened my map in the Riken and Darkwalker, and it was just in the void. Oh, when you were actually inside the Riken, yeah. And it was just like a void that you were in. Yep. I don't know if there's anything up here to search or not. I think you just can, like, look out over it, but there's not much to look out over right now because it's all... There's the bridge right down there, and there's the cannery right beyond it. So before you go to the cannery, if you actually want to access the cannery, much like Blackrock, you have to have a code to do it. You have to have an aurora to unlock the door. The code here is inside this little hut. Wow.
I think I can use this.
Combat boots. Haven't seen those in a while. And I got a sewing kit too, which is kind of nice. It's all bleak, yeah. So yeah, to get into the machine shop in Blackrock, you have to do the exact same thing you have to do here. In Blackrock, you have to go to the mine. You have to skate through the horrible, terrible, poisonous gas. Go get the code, and then you can go back to the prison, and at that point, you're able to access the machine shop. Here in Bleak Inlet, you have to get this note right here that gives you the bypass code to the security doors. And you have to get that note before you can. I think don't you have to have the note on you? You can't just pick it up and read it. You actually have to take that note and have it on you to be able to access the cannery proper, the machine shop area of the cannery anyway. And in both zones, you have to wait for an aurora, and then you can go in. Now, you must take it. Okay. And I don't come to this zone very often, boys and girls. I've spent time in this zone. I just don't come here very often because I think this zone is shite. For Interloper, this zone is not that great. Just as far as I'm just on a pure survivability rating for Interloper. Survivability and loot, this zone is about a 4 at best. The one standout this zone does have is that not up here, but over on the other side where you get close to the entrance to Forlorn, you have the possibility of 2 moose. You have the possibility of getting 2 moose over there. I think that was can opener number 9. Can opener number 9, baby! That's the most can openers I've ever found in a file. Can opener number 9, J-Car. You are 100% correct. You got all the stats there. You're just getting the stats going. You think when Wintermute finishes, there'll be more things like it or not? I think when Wintermute gets done, they're pretty much going to be done, like, actively making a lot of content for this game. They may, down the road, release a couple of paid DLCs for the game that maybe will introduce a new zone, or maybe some new content. But I have a feeling that, even now, I have a feeling they are already working on their next project. So that Wintermute is completely done, they will be able to say, this is our next project that we're now going to work on. And we're already halfway done with it. Because they want to keep that revenue stream going. I mean, I don't blame them. That's what any company wants to do. But I have a feeling that once this project is done, they will be... Once Wintermute is done, they'll be pretty much done with a lot of big aspirations for the game. I think they'll still add stuff to it. But it's not going to be on the scope and scale that we've seen right now. I think before Wintermute 5 gets out, they'll put out one more zone that will have nothing to do with it. Sort of like an Ash Canyon type zone, which isn't really a story-related zone. It's just another zone for the game. I think they'll put out another zone, and then they'll be adding in Perseverance Mills with Chapter 5. And from there, I don't know. I think from there, they'll add some more DLC content in, maybe. You know, maybe make some paid DLCs. You can buy the base game, and then there's a couple DLCs for it.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
I don't know. They had a survey out a while ago where they were asking people, what would you like to see? You know, would you be willing to pay for DLCs? Their next game is so doomed? I don't think so. I think if they take the slow approach like they did with the Long Dark Goonies, and they look at it as a 10-year, 12-year project, instead of trying to put out a finished project right away, with Hinterland's track record of good alpha content, making a game that people enjoy and can experience and have fun with, I don't see it being doomed in any way, shape, or form. I would be, you know, I may be proven wrong on that, but I think they'll overall have a good, a good project after this, because they have a good engine to run it on now. I mean, they got the formula, you know, they've got the formula from the last decade of how to put out stuff. And yeah, I mean, whatever they come out with next, I will probably be buying it as well. It's too windy to start a fire there. Too windy to start a fire over, say, here. Meglens? No. But, I mean, I'm going to buy it just to support them. And I'll play it to support them as well. But no, I'm very excited to see what their next plans are. I'm actually very excited to see what their next plans are, because I think they have a lot of good intellectual ideas about, you know, what they want in their games. And I'm holding out hope. I'm hopeful. I mean, you know, I got burned with Subnautica Below Zero, but I'm hopeful. Now, if they come out with a follow-up game or a new game and they want to charge, and I don't think they'll do this, but if they come out with a follow-up game and they're charging $35 for it right off the bat, yes, it will be doomed. But if they come out with a follow-up game and they charge a minimal amount for it, you know, $15 or whatever, I'll snag it up in a heartbeat. I will pick it up in a heartbeat and be all, you know, and be all over it. So, okay, I couldn't get to my keyboard fast enough. For what, Mark Wars? Oh yeah, they're definitely in the creation mode. I have no doubt about that in my mind at all. They are definitely in the creation mode of another game right now. Why do you have so many fishing tackle at low percentage? Because I can fish with them still. Fishing gear, fishing-wise, does not matter what percentage it's at. And I do plan to fish in this zone. You can always fish with low percentage fishing gear. And it will not break any slower or faster than high percentage fishing gear. So usually I wear all my fishing gear down to 10 or less percent, and then I just chill. And then I just chill with it. And it doesn't weigh much. It's 0.02 kilos. So the 5 that I have is not even a tenth of a kilo. And so you can carry them around with you. I mean, I still have a few more that I can use to do mending on. But yeah, you can fish with them. Usually when I'm doing that, I get rid of all the higher percentage ones, so it's using the low percentage. So if it does break, all I lose is the low percentage fishing gear, which is like whoopity-doo. Who cares? But yes, you can repurpose it. you can repurpose it after you've done fixing clothing up with it. Which makes it very nice, very nice. Visages. God, I have such a hard time with that word. Hinterland hired a bunch of staff about 2 years ago, more than they actually need to use for this game. They also bought a bunch of studio equipment that people that know far more than I say was not for Long Dark. What I see happening is there will be a smaller team at Hinterland dedicated to DLC after, so for some time out. Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Mark Wars. They'll always have a Long Dark division in Hinterland. I mean, it's what their company was built on. They will always have a Long Dark team. It's not going to be a lot of people, but they will have a Long Dark team that continues to, you know, maintenance the game, that continues to that continues to develop maybe some new content, new maps, new equipment, new animals, refinements on the game, possibly. So they always will have that. I have no doubt of it. But I think a majority, I mean 85% of their staff is probably already, well, not already, but at that point 85% of their staff will probably be dedicated to solely doing a new project. And, you know. Well, yeah, and they're actively going to participate with the modding community. And that may, yeah, exactly, and a map editor may be released. You never know. You never know. Because modders love that sort of stuff. They love to make maps, and they love to make, you know, other things. I mean, it would be kind of cool if you could make your own map for Long Dark. I mean, that'd be kind of neat. Oh yeah, over time, community would develop around that, and certain map makers would get good reps. We'd know which one are worth playing. Oh, worth playing. Well, and they'll probably, I mean, already, Markwars, you've seen in the Long Dark community the player-made challenges that people are coming out with now. And those could become, like, moddable, like, challenges that actually would have counters that would keep track of your points. You know, like, every time you kill a wolf, you get points, you know, towards it. Or every time you did this, you get points, you know. I could see them even doing that. You never know. I think some stuff for the Long Dark is going to remain rather proprietary. Because they don't want to, because I'm sure whatever their next project is, they are going to be utilizing elements of the Long Dark, like the actual bones of the Long Dark, to build another game upon, to build another survival experience on. So I'm sure some stuff is going to be proprietary, based on them just wanting to keep it kind of in-house, which I don't blame them for at all. I mean, if I was them, I'd do the same exact thing. Well, yeah, this is his baby. I mean, this is his baby of over a decade now. Yeah, there'd be actual tournament maps created for competition. That'd be, I could see that happening. I mean, there's already a community kind of doing that right now, without any sort of tools other than just being able to say, this is what you're allowed to do, this is what you're not allowed to do, this is what we want to see. We want to see you get these kills, or this, you know, we want you to survive for this long.
Starting to weigh me down.
So there's definitely already a community that's excited about that sort of gameplay, that wants that sort of thing in the game. So I know he's specifically seen how Subnautica has been modded, yeah. Alright, so let's see what we got on us here. I got 42 sticks. We're going to dump all those. Got a piece of reclaimed. I'll dump that. I'm going to keep the cedar and that. I got to make up that birch bark. That I'm just going to leave out here. Let's leave that. Don't think we'll ever get the ability to jump. There's a modder that actually programmed to jump in, isn't there? Should be able to make an MRE with crackers and peanut butter, but like a lot of them, MREs are really OP. Yeah, there is actually there are several Long Dark forums. Yeah, thank you, Mark Wars, for putting that out there. Yeah, both of them are really good. I never frequent them, because, honestly, forums make my eyes glaze over. I am the most uninformed person who plays this game ever. Because I can't handle that sort of stuff. My brain, if I had a printer and I could print out the stuff from the forum, I would probably read it. Because I'm old, okay? Because I'm old. I can't handle reading it on the computer though. I used to be on a lot of forums, but then I found this channel rip all of my time. I love you, Mark Horse. Now we're in 30 minutes for that, huh? 5 months, 30 days. Almost 5 months, 30 freaking days. Wow. Well, these will take just about enough time. The water should be boiled at the end. Yeah, I never got on forums. I just could never do it. I can read for a limited amount of time online, but, yeah, it just gets too much for me. My brain just kind of shuts off after a little while.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
But that's okay. I have other outlets I can always look into. What the heck is going on here? It was that. It was the antiseptic. I was like, what is stopping that from lining up next to the other one? Ugh. Whew. Forgot I have these guts on me, too. I will not go anywhere but there, will it? This place has really bad floors. I don't like the floors in this place. It pisses me off. Are you? You don't need to get news because all of us will deliver it right to you here. Yes. It's good to be the king. It's just like Mel Brooks said. It's good to be the king. Good to be the king. Just bring me the info. Bring me the info. I mean, I'll go read update notes, but even those, after I read, like, the first four... Update notes always, my brain starts just shutting down, too, because it's like a list this long, in tiny font, of 25 different, like, changes they've made, and my brain just kind of goes, okay, I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. Don't need it. Don't need the stress. Alright, yeah, let's drink some water. History of the World Part 1, baby. Oh, yeah. Another movie that could never be made today. Another movie that could never be made today. You would never see Hollywood make that movie today. That movie's a classic. That movie and Blazing Saddles. God, those are great movies. Young Frankenstein. I love Mel Brooks stuff, by the way. I have tons of Mel Brooks movies. Young Frankenstein, of course, the ultimate Spaceballs. Oh. Mwah. And I know it's controversial, but I even liked Men in Tights. But I've only been here for about half of Ath streaming. I was too busy on forums to find Twitch. Well, hey, you know. You gotta get your info somewhere, right? Have point 0.01. Point 1, you are too heavy to climb, exactly. That's how it goes. That's how TLD goes. You have too much stuff to climb. Hell, they gotta cut it off somewhere, you know. My legendary day 473, yeah, baby.
Looks like I survived another night.
It looks like we survived another night. Huzzah. Huzzah. Okay, we're at 42 kilos right now. We'll drink that down. I can make more water. I could take the... I sort of want to take these hides. I want to take that birch. I think I'll leave the maple and the guts. 40... We're almost at 43. I'm gonna leave the sticks here because I have the fire with cedar that lights just as well as a stick. Alright, we're doing good on that. Is there anything here I don't need with me? I sort of want to take it all with me. I want to take all that with me. This zone does not have a lot of cloth in it, boys and girls, so you want to bring some cloth with you. Not a whole lot of cloth in this zone. The Inquisition, what a show. The Inquisition's the way to go. Alright, 44.15. I want to grab the birch. 44.35. We can take no food with us. We'll have to hunt when we get down there. Yeah, you know, we've talked about that before, Long Dark's the greatest. We talked about that where you would start out in the game with less strength, and over time you could gain more strength if you kept yourself well fed, which is kind of funny. If you kept yourself fed and watered, you could gain strength over time. Which is something we did talk about. Bye-bye, wolves. Have a nice day. And as we say in Russia, have a nice day. But they sort of did that with the well-fed bonus. They gave us that. That's sort of your bonus. Because I was thinking like, oh, okay, so if you spend, 20 days without starving yourself, and you're carrying around your stuff, you can start gaining. For every 20 days you don't starve yourself, you get a little extra carry weight. I thought that would be so cool to do, and they sort of gave that to us. Isn't there something that spawns like right in here? No, I think it's up by this log. And you got the backpack, and we got the satchel. So yeah, they've definitely done right by us for our carry necessities, for the things we wanted to carry. Like, you want to carry more stuff? Well, here you go. Those wolves are like, where did he go? He ran away from us. You bet I did. It's like, why should I bother with you when I can just run? I ain't messing around with you guys if I don't have to. Now the next pack is right over, sort of see that lake down there? It's sort of over to that side of it. They usually don't range over this far.
Wait. I'm so cold.
We got our little house down here. How do you follow a streamer on Streamloots again? I forgot. You'd have to go over to the site. I'm not 100% sure. I think you have to be maybe following them on Twitch, because I know it links up Streamloots through your Twitch account. So I think you have to be following them on Twitch to be following them on Streamloots, but I'm not 100% sure. A bow drill that you have to craft. Yeah, that's a thing. It's a lot of people have wanted to have in the game for a while. Is a bow drill. Now, the downside of that is, unlike the TV shows, making a fire with a bow drill can sometimes take hours and hours and hours. Trial and error. But I mean, we have wood, we have guts that we could make the bow part out of. I don't see why it wouldn't be a bad idea. I'd love to see a bow drill. Yep, there's guaranteed matches. I was just gonna get to that, J-Car. I was working my way down here to the cabin, just picking up the food and stuff that's over there. That food is pretty much always by those picnic tables, by the way. And then as you get down here towards the cabin, you don't want it. You want to come over here on this side, behind it, and there's usually a box of matches. Yep, that's a guaranteed match spawn right on the back there. So those are guaranteed matches right there on the stump. They're easy to miss though, because that stump is blue. The pen that I hold in my hand is royal blue. But yes, those are guaranteed matches, JCar. Good point. Alright, let's go inside. Get warmed up for a minute. I learned the other day ancient cultures used to carry fire embers and reshy mushrooms. Something you could do as well. Yeah, well, I've seen little fire bundles. Les Stroud does that a lot of times. He'll out in the wild, he'll make fire bundles for himself that he can just carry around from place to place. And they last like crazy. It's crazy how long they last. He'll get a little ember and put it in the middle, and then just slowly, it burns the stuff in it, but it burns so slowly that he can carry an ember in his backpack, basically. Which is so freaking cool. But yeah, I was watching some Les Stroud where he did that on one of his episodes. Just he got the fire going, so he carried an ember from place to place. I was just like, yep, this is how I get my fire going. And then he just gets that ember out and starts fire with it. I was like, dang, that's so cool. Dang, that's so cool. So yes, ancient cultures did it. Cultures even today can do it. I believe there's probably cultures that do that even today.
Is slowing me down.
Let's just eat up some foods. But isn't that cool though? Yeah, because it does save a lot of time. I mean, because making a fire from scratch is a very time-consuming thing. You have to have the right stuff to make the actual place where you're gonna try to get the ember going. You have to have the right stuff to do that, like hardwood, softwood. There's a whole technique that goes with it, and there's some places that just don't have the stuff to do it with. That way, it would just be very hard to have those materials at hand. I mean, once you get them, you can hang on to them, but finding them in the wild sometimes is not the easiest thing in the world. But Les Stroud does sort of a thing where as he walks, he's always picking up stuff. He'll see some dry, like, lichen or something, and he'll be like, oh, that'll make good tinder, and he'll just pocket it. He'll just put it in his pocket and just keep going. He'll be like, oh, that looks like that would make a good, that looks like that would make good, whatever. And so he just picks up stuff and goes with it, which is just dang cool. And most of us, we just don't think about that stuff. That stuff's never a concern to us. There's that deer. I was hoping he'd be over here. We're also going to be very close to the Timberwolf area, but that's okay. This deer is usually up unless the Timberwolves evade him. Timberwolves love to nom on the deers in this zone. That's one thing about the Timberwolves that's very frustrating as well, is yes, regular wolves will kill animals. Regular wolves will kill deer, they will kill rabbits, but the Timberwolves pretty much ravage the landslide. They ravage the landscape and don't leave hardly anything out there for you at all, which is very frustrating. So finding a deer up is like major booyah. Booyah! We'll give out some points for that nice little shot Ray had right there.
Can't feel my hands.
Yeah, I know, buddy. It's gonna be fine. Which way is the wind blowing right now? It's so hard to tell in this zone. Okay, I think it's going from left to right. Oh yeah, we got windbreak right here because it's coming down the hill, coming down the hill at us. All right, let's see if we can get a mag lens fire. Now, one thing that's nice about this zone, the bad thing is it's very windy here. The nice thing is that there's lots of mag lens opportunities for fires here. This zone has very sunny weather a lot of the time, and you can get a lot of mag lens fires going. So always, always, always check your mag lens in this zone before you build a fire, because chances are it'll probably be available to you. I don't think I can get to that deer right now. Let's go harvest him just a couple kilos. Oh, our fire's warm enough it's reaching us. Nice. It's on the very edges of it, but it's a lot warmer right by it. But it's warming us up, and that's all that matters. That was an 8-kilo deer. That deer was a big boy. He was a chunky boy.
He's getting too heavy to carry.
Chunky boy deer. The mag lens never loses quality, no. The only time a mag lens can possibly lose quality,
be able to carry this load for much
and
longer.
I personally, in the 5,000 hours plus that I've played this game, I've never, ever had this happen to me. But from what I hear, the mag lens can lose quality if you're attacked by a bear. Just damage, damage to tools that animals cause when they can attack. That can make it lose quality, but I've never seen it happen. I don't know, maybe they patched that out of the game because they don't want your mag lens to ever, like, totally be gone, because the mag lens is the last resort when all your matches and fire strikers and all that stuff are gone. That's sort of your last chance, your last gasp at being able to make a fire. So maybe they took that out at some point and never told us. But I personally have never had a mag lens get damaged. Ever. So, like I said, I've only heard that it can happen.
It's starting to slow me down.
I've never actually seen it happen. But that's the only reason it has a condition on it in the first place, really. Well, that and all the items in the game have a condition factor to them. Just as sort of a standard thing.
It's starting to weigh me down.
But there's some items that just don't ever, like, they don't suffer condition loss. Most items either suffer condition loss from use or condition loss from time. There's some that suffer condition loss from both those things. Both of those can cause things to lose condition, like bedrolls do lose condition over time, but they also lose condition from use. I need to make some water if I can. And clothing's the same as well. Clothing can lose condition to attacks, condition to time, condition to weather. They lose condition just over time. Yeah, over time, like I said. I already said that one. I don't know why I said it again. But yeah, there's just different factors that go into it. I don't know if the Timberwolf boys will smell me all the way over here or not. The wind's blowing in the wrong direction. But they may smell me and come over here. Nah, it's blowing towards me, so. Yeah, the only time a fire striker loses condition is when you utilize it. Yeah, the Fire Striker goes down with each use. That's the only time it actually loses condition. Your tools only lose condition when you use them. Like, you know, your hatchet, your pry bar, your hacksaw. Those never go down unless you actually use the item. So utilizing the item is the only time those actually lose condition. Drop the deer hides here. There we go. Drop the birch here too. I'm gonna put that birch on the table because otherwise I'll probably forget it. Let's store a few things here. Just so I can carry that meat over here. I want to get rid of some of this stuff on me. Get rid of all the cloth. Get rid of all my feathers. Leather. We got some of that. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. Get rid of my pry bar. Storm lantern can go. All these sticks can go. There we go. Now we're in good shape. Okay, we got that piece of meat on us to drop out here, and then we can go grab all of our stuff. Grab our stuff and bring it back here. My goal is to clean out the Timberwolves that are over here. I don't want to face them. I want to face them on my terms, though. I don't want to face them on their terms. Matches never wear down. No, matches never wear down. Fuel doesn't wear down. Crackers don't wear down. Once you make a tea, it no longer loses condition either. Uncooked coffee and herbal tea can lose condition, but once you've cooked it, they never lose condition again. But you can always cook water, the coffees and teas, even if they're at 0%, you can always cook them and get back 50% condition on them. So always cook your coffees and teas. Even if you find a can that's at 0%, you want to cook it because you'll get 50% coffees out of them. So always do that. BK with the 37-month resub. Thank you so much for that resub-a-roo there, my friend. I appreciate that very much. Ugh, not doing the contest. I have no idea what that is.
Crackers have never mattered.
Crackers have never mattered. I don't know what contest you're talking about. If you're talking about some tournament, I don't do those. That's not my thing. Not my thing. If other people want to do them, that's fine, but I just don't, that's not what I choose to do. But yep, no tourneys for me. I encourage people to go check them out, though. There's some that are really kind of coolly, they kind of think about them, and they got some interesting stakes and stuff, but not for me. To me, that's not long dark, so. Seemed like a really long process. Yeah, you know, my tournament is, I'm trying to get to 1,000 days, so. That's my tournament. But no, I don't get involved in those fellow mid. But how you doing, fellow mid? Good to see you. Back to MRE. I think they should operate more like a loot box. Has like 4 to 6 different food items you can consume separately. Oh, that'd be interesting.
Can't feel my feet.
That'd be an interesting idea for it. I'm doing well. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Things are going good. We finally are in Bleak Inlet, so that's always an interesting place to hang out and do stuff and things.
That guy who drank his own
My
pee
tournament.
doesn't seem
Pick up
so crazy
every
right
stick you ever see in the game, and you have to carry them on you until you are completely unable to move. That's the tournament. Whoever fills up with sticks faster than anybody else wins. So after a couple years watching Long Dark, you finally started playing it. Ooh. Ooh, you popped your cherry. Nice. You popped your Long Dark cherry. Well, congratulations, Oxford Splice. Have fun. Have fun, my friend. You are in for the wild ride.
It's dusk, so night can't be.
I can't seem to pull away myself away from Below Zero to continue Long Dark. Hey, you know, if you're having fun with Below Zero, then boom, there you go. You just go for it, my friend. Just go for it. Yeah, you know, I've gotten that way about games before. I just can't pull myself away from Long Dark. But definitely, I'm glad you're into it. That's awesome. Make sure we didn't miss anything in here. No, we got all the stuff and things, right? We got all the stuff and things. I almost got through everything you can though, so it may not be long. There you go. Yep. Yeah, you know, both the Subnautica games are definitely, they definitely have like beginning, middle, end. You know, they definitely are a They have a limited, they're not a complete endless type mode type thing. There really isn't like an endless mode for those games. You can, I mean, I've messed around in the game after I've done all the stuff that I wanted to do. I've messed around in it and had fun, but they definitely have a finality to them. Where you get done with it basically. You become done with the game. The controls are what get me. They work the controls are what gets me. They work very well. Yeah, I like the controls in Subnautica. They're very nice. And that was never my problem with Subnautica. The controls were never, even in Below Zero, that was never my issue with it. So I had other issues. But they were more cosmetic and just kind of like issues. I want to play some of the Infected, but I can't stop playing 7 Days to Die. Ooh. But see, that's what I love about Long Dark, is there is no end game. The only end game in Long Dark is death. That is the end game. The end game is not to die. You are winning at the Long Dark if you're still alive the next morning and you get up and you do your stuff. You're losing at the Long Dark. Ooh, there's a sewing kit under there. You're losing at the Long Dark if you die.
What have we here?
What have we there? But that's the only time you lose in the Long Dark is if you die. But I like that. I like that aspect of it. For me, that's what keeps me interested. That's what keeps me going. Yeah, I want to get back into the Infected at some point. I just honestly haven't had time. And Icarus came out. I really got into Icarus and loved it. I've been playing the heck out of Icarus and just having a blast with it. So it's hard. I mean, there's just too much good stuff out there for me. Too much good stuff, and I only got so many hours in the day. I need a 50-hour day, I think. I need like a 50-hour day, and then I'll be good. We need to get some food. Yeah, I consider building the rocket as the end game. Yeah, the rocket is the end game for Subnautica. I never played all the way through Subnautica Below Zero, so I have no idea what the end game for that one is. I honestly can say I have no idea what the end game for Subnautica Below Zero is. I just noped out. I noped out. I wanted to love Icarus, but the frames per second is just harsh. I get like 60 frames per second on it, but it is a beast of a game. It takes a lot. Takes a lot of power to be able to play it in like higher settings. You can play it in the lower settings, but yeah, the frames per second is pretty harsh on it. It is not very forgiving on that for sure. That's I think been their. They've optimized it a lot since they first they've optimized it a bunch since they initially released it, but it still is pretty pretty bad. It's geared towards people who have either a 2080 Ti or a 3060 or 3080, whatever it is, the new 3000 series. It's more geared towards those people, as far as like playability and getting like the really good graphics and stuff. It's hard to play on lower settings. It really truly is. You haven't tried it since the launch? They've done a lot of quality of life stuff to it since launch, so have you seen the prices for those cards? Oh yeah, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane for those cards. I don't get it. Well, it's all the data miners that are, you know, snatching them up. The Bitcoin miners and stuff. I can't wait till Bitcoin gets realized for what it is, that it's just a huge scam and becomes worthless again. That'll be nice. I mean, now it's all the NFTs, isn't that what everybody's into now, is NFTs? Whatever those are. I'm like, if I don't understand it, I'm not buying it. If I don't understand it, I am not buying that it has any value. It may have value to somebody. It has no value to me. No value to me. Well, it's that, Goonies, plus a lot of times those cards will go up for sale on sites, and they'll get bots that come in and just buy a lot of those cards, and then there won't be any left over. So they seem scarce. Original digital copy of art. Okay, great. Yeah, those can all go away now. Those can go away, as Critical Drinker would say, go away now. Go away now with your weirdo stuff. I mean, I know, and don't argue with me. I know it. I know in the end, money is only worth what people are willing to invest in it, as far as faith goes as well. And NFTs and cryptocurrencies all the same as well. But I don't understand it, so I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to place my faith in it. Maybe, you know, I'm old. Maybe the next generation, they'll place all their faith in it. It'll all be worth something. I'm not saying it's not going to. I'm just saying, for me personally, I'm not placing any faith in it. Mr. Wolfies, where are you? I'm sitting here just hanging it all out for you. Hey, Smelly Fries, how you doing, buddy? Hour 13 or 47, or I could use my hacksaw. There we go. You know, back in my day, all we had were cryptozoologists. And I didn't believe in them either. And now you got cryptocurrency. Is that like the imaginary currency thing? Is that like Bigfoot currency? Is that the currency that the Bigfoots use? I think it is. You got cryptozoology, and now you got cryptocurrency. All those Bigfoots use it. They love it. Well, so far, most of the NFT stuff I've seen is like celebrities promoting it, which always makes me nervous when a celebrity is promoting something like an NFT, because you know that they aren't promoting it because they like it. They were told by a handler to take a paid promotion for something, and they probably don't have any idea what they're selling in the first place or what they're trying to get you to buy. But boy, they're getting paid to do it. They're getting paid to do it. And to talk you into buying it, which makes me nervous right there. Which makes me nervous right there. Because, you know, there are some celebrities that are probably very smart people. There's a lot of celebrities that are very average intelligence. They're really good at doing and promoting what they're doing, but I wouldn't take their financial advice on most things. Just saying. I'm just saying, I probably wouldn't take financial advice from them. I am not a financial advisor. I would never, ever try to give anybody financial advice. Yeah, invest in gold or silver. It's been gold and silver have both been prized since the dawn of man. Those will never go. Those will never go out of style. I saw a survivalist guy who was like, not a survivalist, but one of those shows where they're kind of talking about, you know, preparing for if like things happen. You know, sort of a prepper type thing, but it wasn't like that extreme. But they were like, you know, if you want to, go get yourself a roll of silver quarters or silver $half, because even in a scenario where money becomes completely useless and the face value of these coins is useless, they will still have value as far as the precious metals that are inside of them. Which makes a lot of sense. I mean,
Too heavy.
that sort of stuff will never, ever not have a value to it. I'm surprised the Timberwolves didn't come over here. I'm really surprised. Diamonds are iffy because South Africa controls the market. Well, and let's be real. Diamonds are a very common thing. Diamonds are probably more common than gold and silver, in my opinion. Diamonds have a artificial market because of the uses of them and the availability of them to be used in untraceable type ways that they're a lot more common. And so diamonds are like diamonds you see in stores on rings and stuff. You aren't paying for the diamond itself. You're paying for the craftsmanship of the ring, for the imaginary value it adds when you ask somebody to marry you, and that sort of stuff. So it's just excuses for art. So late generation millennials and Gen Zers can claim they're relevant and contributed something. Yeah, I mean, but see, then again, I've never been a connoisseur of art either. I don't get paying millions of dollars for a painting, especially ones that look like I could do it, that are like splashes of art, splashes of paint on a splashes of paint on a canvas. That to me is not art. Now, something that I can actually visually see and go, oh, I recognize that. That's like a really cool picture of a forest or something. I can go, okay, that I can consider as art. But when it's just like splotches of paint on a canvas, I'm like, that's not art. I'm sorry. Somebody may appreciate that, but to me, that's not art. If it looks like my 3-year-old could have made it, then it's not art. If it looks like you could put that up against something my 3-year-old made, and you couldn't tell the difference between them, it's not art. I've actually seen like YouTube videos where they've just shown like people who are into art, like 2 canvases, claiming them to be, they're like, well, who did this artwork? And people can tell sort of like a style that the person has done, but they're unable to really determine if like it's like real art or not. So, my unpopular opinion right now is that NFTs have limitless uses, and in the future, things like NFTs that we use in everyday life, and you won't even know it's an NFT. Hey, it could be. That's future worries though. But hey, that could be a very good possibility too. I don't have a crystal ball. It's all my opinion, Goonies. I think NFTs are they're beanie babies for millennials and Zoomers. Remember back in the day when Beanie Babies were all the rage? Beanie Babies were gonna be more collectible and worth thousands and millions of dollars in the future because of how rare they were and how special they were. I remember those times. I shook my head and I was like, Beanie Babies are a toy. They're a toy. And there may be some NFTs in the future that are worth a lot of money. Who knows? Yeah, Well, let's be honest. Hollywood for years, especially B-grade movies in Hollywood for years, all those were money laundering schemes. That was a way for people to launder money. To pump hundreds of thousands of dollars into movies and you know, have the movie just flop and keep doing it over and over and over again. That just stinks of money laundering right there. Pokemon cards too. Well, there will always be some fan base for that sort of stuff for sure. But who knows? I mean, down the road, you know, NFTs, prove me wrong. I hope they prove me wrong. I hope NFTs are worth a bazillion, cajillion dollars. I will never ever buy an NFT. Just like I will never ever own cryptocurrency. I don't believe in it. I wouldn't want to stake my bet on it. I would rather buy comic books. I would rather buy comic books. But those to me have intrinsic value beyond just the comic book itself. You want art? That's art. You want art? Comic books are art.
Nothing to drink.
Comic books are an American art. They are a beautiful American art. Those are a beautifully just gorgeous thing. Those will always have value to me. And actually comic books not so much anymore. I would not buy any modern era comics. If you're looking for like an investment in comic books, I wouldn't buy anything past 2000. There are some that are outrageously priced and they're goofy that they're priced that much because there's none of them. The beauty of comic books from pre-90s is that there aren't a lot of them out there. The 80s, there's still quite a few of those out there, but everything pre-80s, that's before direct sales. And that was when comic books would be sold into, they wouldn't even be sold into a store. They'd sort of be like almost on commission. Like your local, you know, mini mart store or Safeway or whatever, you know, local store you had that had comic books in it. They were like magazines. They were brought into the store by the vendor. They were placed. And then at the end of the month, when the new comics were brought in, the old ones would be collected, sent back to the manufacturer, and they'd be destroyed. So if they had a run of, you know, 150,000 books and they only sold 60,000, well, the other ones were brought back to the manufacturer and just shredded. After it went to direct sales, there was still stores that operated under the old model of the magazine type model, but then there was also comic book shops and stores that would actually buy them and own the book. And that's how comics sort of transitioned, and that gave them a steadier revenue stream because they didn't have to worry about returns because comic books became a non-returnable item when you did a direct sale on them. The comic book company didn't make as much money up front, but they never had to worry about returns and trying to collect money from stores that sold their books. So for them, it was a win-win. The biggest problem with modern era comics, even into the 90s and the 2000s, is that especially the early 90s were the big speculator market, where everybody and their uncle was buying them. Half of the people weren't even reading them. They went directly from the comic book store into a bag and a board, and they were never read. And that was a majority of people that were collecting them, or they may have read them once, bagged it, boarded it, never looked at it again. And that's the other thing that makes gold and silver and even Bronze Age stuff worth more, is that back then people weren't interested in collecting comics. There were some hardcore people like your uncle who had a lot of, you know, a lot of, you know, really a whole run of books because they love that character, and there's always been uber fans that love it as well. You know, that always would collect every one and keep them in a box, you know, but it was maybe like a shoebox they kept them in or something. That was before, you know, comic boxes and bags and boards were even invented. But in the 90s, comic books went through a complete change where it became, well, a lot of the baseball card collectors, the bottom fell out of that market, and they were looking for another hot investment that they could buy for pennies on the dollar and turn around and make lots of money on. And they set their targets on comic books, which is sad. But they invaded the comic book space, and they gobbled up number ones like crazy. That's when every book in the world would be reimagined every year or two and have a new number one. Wow, yay. And first appearances of certain characters got valuable, and yeah, the investors would always want to buy the new hot book for, you know, $1.50, and then want to turn it around 5 months later and sell it for $10, you know? They were looking for that sort of market. God, it's still a storm out there. But anything pre-1990s, I'd say go for it. Yeah, after they stopped putting bubblegum in it, yeah, that was a change. That was a big change. They stopped putting bubblegum in it, the stuff became kind of worthless, you know? It was kind of cool. But, yeah, modern comics, there's many issues with them. The print runs are minute, but nobody cares about them. They, you know, everybody who's buying it is keeping it in mint condition, and there's variants up the Yahoo. I mean, the Yazoo, the Wazoo. There's variants up the Wazoo. If you see a run of, if you see a comic book print run in 60 to 70,000 issues, probably that book had 3 variants, and so there's variant issues that go into that, and people are buying a few of the variants and maybe one of the regular, bagging and boarding and putting them away, and they're never going to look at them again. Which honestly kind of defeats the book of comic book, or defeats the point of buying comic books in the first place. It's like buying a book and never reading it. Like buying a book and never reading the book. It's like, why did you even bother buying the book? More variants and there's worlds in the multiverse, yeah. But yeah, 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s comics, those are all good stuff to get. If you can find them. And you can find them. I mean, the comic book craze kind of went from the early 90s to late 90s. And then people kind of got out of it, which was great. Love seeing those investors getting out of comic books. That was a great thing to have happen. And then, you know, comic books kind of got a resurgence in the late, early 2000s to like mid-teens. And then since then, comic books have just been garbage. Comic books have just been garbage. Just the people writing them are all writing them. They're all writing them for their own agendas and self-inserts. They don't care about the characters. They don't care about the lore of the characters. They want to make it fit their narrative. They want to make it fit their viewpoints. And as one comic book gal said, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my books. Guess what? Nobody bought her books, and her books all suck. So it was like, okay, well, guess I don't need to buy that book anymore. I noped out of comics back in, what, late 2015, early 2016? Best decision I ever made. Best decision I ever made. I mean, the comics have just gone downhill. Wife's grandpa has some old pulps. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the old pulps can be worth some good money. The old pulps can definitely be worth some good money. Yeah, I noped out of comics back in 2015, 2016, and never looked back. I still buy some old stuff now and then. All back issue stuff. If you want to support the comic industry and you want to support your local comic book shop, here's what I do. Go and buy back issues. Buy the back issues. Give no money to DC and Marvel. No money from to DC and Marvel. They are bankrupt intellectually, and they don't put out anything that's any good anymore. Support small creators. Give them your money, like the small independents. Oh, yeah, Dark Horse Comics, Doctor Who. I was actually a patron of Pegasus Books out in Beaverton, Oregon. I remember when they had their Name Our Comic Book Company contest, and it ended up being Dark Horse Comics, and they put out Boris the Bear. They put out Dark Horse Comics Presents. I remember when those came out, I picked those up. They put out Concrete, Paul Chadwick's Concrete, which was really a cool little book. Then they got the licensing to like Star Wars, Aliens, Predator, stuff like that. But yeah, that was actually started here in Portland. Milwaukee is actually where they have their corporate headquarters. Then it became Things from Another World. Pegasus Books was the company. Yeah, Hellboy. They had Hellboy. Mike Magnolia's Hellboy was really good. Pegasus Books was sort of the name of their company before it became Things from Another World, because they wanted to have their stores kind of all under the same umbrella. But Things from Another World is owned by Dark Horse Comics now. I knew Mike Richardson and his brother back in the day. Back in the day, I knew Mike Richardson and them. I actually met several of their creators. Jim Smith was actually a really nice guy. He used to come into the Jim Smith used to come into the comic book shop that I worked at all the time. Really cool dude. Would sign stuff for us, and really nice guy though. Really down to earth dude. Those were the days. Those were the golden days. I remember those days like it was yesterday. Although it was like 30 years ago. Like it was 30 years. I remember those days like it was 30 years ago.
My fingers feel numb.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But yeah, I used to collect a lot of the Dark Horse stuff. The Star Wars stuff was really good. Pegasus Books is actually really close to where the wife's grandparents lived. Oh, nice! Yeah, I used to, so I was about 15. I was about 15 when I started going to Pegasus Books. 15 or 16. I had to ride the bus down there because I had no transportation. So I had to ride the bus down there from my place out in Hillsboro. So I'd get on the 57, and I'd ride it down on a Saturday. I get my pull list. God, back then pull list, you could pick up a whole stacked pull list for like $20, $25. God, back in the day. Oh, that's the other thing I miss about comic books anymore. They need to go back to printing them on paper, on actual paper, not these high glossy, crappy, weird, it's all acid-free paper. It'll last forever. And then we're going to charge you $4.95 a book for it. No, I don't want that. They need to go back to the old... There's nothing like getting a stack of old comics and just taking a big old whiff of them. Oh, just breathing in that beautiful smell. That beautiful smell. God, I miss that. New comics just ain't the same. They're all marketed and Well, and half the comics that Marvel's putting out these days, it's just to promote new characters they want to put in a TV or a movie. That's half of what it is. It's a loss leader marketing platform for them. Yeah, you gotta have that gum smell. Exactly. You gotta have that one card in the pack BK that has the gum imprint on it. You know, the one that gets ruined because it's got gum on it. That's like you gotta have that. Just head towards the Nike headquarters. Oh yeah, I know exactly where Nike headquarters is. I know exactly where that is. Quote of what to talk about. I love the sound its neck makes when he kills them. Wow, Dane, you are vicious. Wow, Dane. Wow, Dane. How do you report somebody? I want to report this guy. BL sending me some link. Sending me a link. Let's see. I need to look this dude up and report him real quick. Probably doesn't even have an account anymore. Probably sent the link and bailed. Oh yeah, he's got many accounts. Yeah, he's got a whole bunch of accounts. I got sent some link. I'm not even gonna click on it. I love it when people chat you a link. Yeah, I love it when some complete person I've never heard of chats you a link, and then you can't actually find it. And then you can't actually find their name. Oh no, I never click on links. Yeah, he like whispered me a link in chat. He whispered it to me twice now. He whispered it to me twice now, hoping that I'll click on it, because he's a goober. I'm just gonna trash him. Trash. And trash. And trash. Bye! Never click on a link that somebody sends you in chat, boys and girls. Never ever do it. Never ever do it. He's probably one of those bots. Hey, you want to buy followers for your channel? There was a thing on Twitch at one point where if you were to go there, if you went to their page to see who they were, it would cause issues. Yeah. Oh, I was just trying to find his name so I could actually, like, report him. That's what I was trying to do. But he probably is a bot account anyway. Twitch could take care of that stuff if they wanted to. Twitch sees all the chat. Twitch sees all the chat. Twitch sees you in the chat.
I'll die if I don't warm up soon.
They see all the chat. They could take care of that stuff if they wanted to. They choose not to. And I wish they would. I wish they would have more... I wish Twitch would have more constraints on that sort of stuff. On the bots. On Twitch chat. You know, being able to spam links. Stuff like that. I wish they would crack down on that. That's why I had to set my channel to sub-only links. Where if you're not a sub, you can't post a link in chat. Because we kept getting spammed like that. Twitch is just another form of social media. They don't care. Yeah, well, they should. They could have a greater platform if they actually gave a crap. Well, they don't care now. They don't care until it becomes a problem. Until somebody big makes a stink about it. They're sort of like YouTube in that way. They don't care until it's a big stink. Until a big stink is made. But then again, now YouTube's just beholden to the big companies and media outlets and entertainment moguls. I love how they got rid of the dislike button, and I love how there's an extension to get it back, and and you can just get it back if you want. You have to go download a third-party extension, but you can go get the dislike button back and still see when stuff gets ratioed. You can still see when it gets ratioed. Oh, like the Lord of the Rings Rings of Power trailer, which is now standing way ratioed. which is now way ratioed, because that thing looks like garbage. Garbage. I'm not even going to waste my time. Not even going to waste my time on Rings of Power. Warrior Galadriel, yay! I want Warrior Galadriel, because that's what we saw in the movies. That's what I read in the books. She's a warrior. She's awesome. She goes out and kicks butt. Oh, beardless female dwarves. That's what I want to see. Yay! Yeah. I thought that was such a joke. They were like, "Oh, we're removing the dislike button because the dislike button, it makes small creators feel bad about themselves." We're removing it because small creators will feel bad about themselves if they get lots of dislikes. It's like, I can see all the dislikes and likes on my... Every creator can see dislikes and likes on their video. It's not like they removed it, they just removed it from public view. It's like, that's the only thing that happened. Oh, I appreciate the criticism. I like it. I like it when people leave me negative comments. I like it when people leave me positive comments. I think that there's definitely ways to leave good negative criticism, and there's ways to not leave good negative criticism. I mean, you know, if somebody basically just, you know, leaves you, "Oh, you suck," you know, "You should die," or something like that on your channel, that's not really positive criticism. That doesn't really help anything. But I've had, you know, I like it when people will leave me certain criticism on the channel and say, "Hey, you know, I don't like that you do this," or whatever. You know, some of it's like beyond my control. But yeah, exactly. And people use dislikes to determine, especially on a lot of the self-help type videos. I mean, if you look up replacing oil in my car, for example, you'll probably pull up 3,000 different YouTube videos of people, you know, giving you, you know, advice on how to replace the oil in your car. And it was helpful to be able to go, "Oh, well, this one has, you know, 5,000 dislikes and only, you know, 300 likes. And and that makes you go look at the comment section, and then you're like, "Oh, this guy's got a lot of negative reviews on his, you know, way to replace oil video," or something like that. So it was definitely useful for that. And how you doing, Blackman PL? Well, a lot of it's just there's very sensitive people out there that don't like criticism. There's very sensitive people out there that don't like criticism. Well, plus, see, the other thing too with them removing the dislike button is that as a channel, you can hide your likes and dislikes. As a channel, you can turn off comments. And a lot of videos, when they were getting ratioed, they would turn off the like and dislike button, which basically gave people the same impression as if it was ratioed. Because people would be like, "Oh, okay, they obviously aren't getting good response from their video, so they've disabled that function." Then there's also, if people would just start in the comments blasting them for doing that, or saying dislike in the comments, they would then disable comments, which is another big sign. And that's the thing you can tell. I mean, that people will find ways around it. People will find ways around it to let their voice be heard, which is, I think, on YouTube especially, is very important. I think that's very important, that in a media platform like that people's voices can be heard. Fine, checking the news more often than usual. War it is, yes. I bet. Well, you guys are like right there. You guys are like right there. You guys are you guys are like very close. That'd be like if something was happening in you know, California. You know, it's more close to home. Hey, Casey Canby, how you doing? Gosh dang it, Bear. I got too far ahead of him. He just doesn't care about me. Casey Canby, how you doing? Hello, hello. And honestly though, Smelly Fries, I call BS on spam bots. That happens so infrequently. If that is actually happening, then go ban those accounts. Go ban those accounts. I mean, that seems like a straw man argument to me. Especially when they said specifically their reason for doing it was to help small creators. It was to protect small creators. That's specifically why they said they did. I mean, show me the receipts for the spam bots. It's easy to say spam bot all day long, but show me the receipts for it and let me see where that's coming from. Because honestly, I personally don't believe that happens on a large scale, on a regular basis. I think most companies, when they try to push something out there that people don't want, they get blowback. If they put out stuff that people like, they get a lot of positive reviews. They get a lot of positive, stuff as well. Look at what's happened to Lord of Rings, Rings of Power, okay? This is a perfect example. It's ratioed to heck, and people have gotten into the mode of putting in the Tolkien quote of that evil cannot create anything, it can only destroy it. And they've just been, it's like every person that goes there is now putting that into the chat. That's become the thing to do. Oh, jeez. All that for that. And so I just have a hard time at spam bots that are doing that. I really do. Oh, we got a 100% chance of a Maglon's fire. Nice. Nice. But, you know, it could be. I mean, I'm not discounting it. I want to see the proof. I see people claim it all the time. I've never seen anybody detail it out in a way that makes me believe it. And I'm very much about having the receipts for stuff and seeing that it actually is factually, you know, provable and correct. But if somebody could produce them, I'd be more than willing to entertain it. I truly, truly would. But especially small channels. Small channels are never if you want to go down the bot thing, small channels like mine would never be hit by bots. They just don't. They don't get hit by them. They don't get hit by them. I mean, why would anybody ever want to bot my channel and do things like that? It's, you know, and that's why they said they specifically got rid of the dislike function, was because they wanted to protect small channels. Which, honestly, I don't believe either, but... Because YouTube and Twitch, they aren't beholden to us. They're beholden to their big advertisers. And the politics and all that stuff. But then again, I'm also not saying you have to believe a damn word I'm saying. I'm not an expert on any of this. I am not an expert on anything technical in the least little bit. I am the most untechnical person ever. Oh, I never searched the drawers. Nice. Let's search them. I am the most non-technical person in the world. All I can speak is what I think. And probably what I think. I was just talking about bots that place ads and stupid links and comments. Oh, I got you. Yeah, well, I wish they'd deal with that. I wish they'd deal with that. But see, that's see, and you'd think that Twitch would be all over that, because honestly, that's kind of like somebody advertising for free on Twitch. Advertising for free on Twitch, which you think Twitch would be totally like, they would be totally all up in the business of that, because that's how Twitch makes its money. I mean, they make money off subs and stuff like that as well, and, you know, selling bits, but they make a large majority of their money off of, they're making a large majority of their money off of advertising. All those pre-run ads, all the ads that they play during stuff. That's you know, Yogurt said, merchandising, where the real money from the Twitch is made. Oh, I'll give them a shout out. They go by Aurelia Plays. ELIRRAPLAYZ. Is that their channel? Oh, that's not their channel. Where's their channel? Link their channel. Link their channel. Oh, you can't. Here. Find the channel and whisper it to me. Yeah, what's the channel name? Because that's not their channel name. That is not their channel name. I can guarantee you that. Is that the channel there? Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Go check it out. I'm gonna go give her a follow. Let's see what she's been playing. Overwatch, which I'm not a big fan of. Oh, that's all they got on there. They have one video. They must delete their VODs or something. It looks like Overwatch is what they were playing last. Not a big fan of Overwatch, but that's just not my thing. I'm not big into those competitive first-person shooter type things. It's not my bag. She is new. Okay, cool. Does she play other games as well, Casey Canby? Or is Overwatch the main one? Or Lost Ark and Roblox. Okay. So Roblox, Lost Ark, and it looks like some Overwatch. Well, definitely, if you're hanging out with her, I would highly recommend that she at least keeps the VODs up of her channel, because that is a great way that people can go to her channel and see what she plays. And even if they don't like the game that she's playing right now, they may be like, oh, I like that game. I'll come back and watch her. You know, I'll follow her and try her out when she's playing that or something. Because, yeah, keeping the VODs up is rather important. I get a lot of people who watch my VODs. And also it gives a backlog of people can go through and go, oh, they play this game and this game. I like that game. Oh, I don't really like that game. Oh, but they play this game too. So definitely, it's a great way to keep your stuff, keep your channel kind of like, not open, but make it so people know what's going on in your channel. And a little trick as well is that VODs get deleted after a certain amount of time, but, you know, you can always make a highlight, and highlights last forever. Even if it's a highlight of your entire VOD. I'm sure Twitch will catch on to that at some point. I'm sure Twitch will catch on to that at some point and stop that from happening, but it still works right now. Or you can upload them to YouTube. But at the bare minimum, you can turn your VOD into a highlight, and, yeah.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
Well, the video on demand, thing, yeah. Video on demand. Oh, does she have a YouTube channel, too? I'll have to go check her out on YouTube as well. Well, we're always looking for cool people, Casey Canby. And most of the cool people we've met on Twitch have all been through channel. Have all been through people, you know, recommending them and saying, hey, have you checked out this person? Have you checked out this person? Have you checked out this person? And it's usually like, no, I haven't. Let's go check him out. Let's go check him out and give him some love. Oh, thank you, BK. You made it easy for me. Look at you making things easy.
Hi, I'm Alira. Welcome to my channel. I hope you'll enjoy what you see.
Oh, no, I don't want to get copyright struck. Okay. Okay, she's got some videos of Annie and the Lost Dimension, the Hellion and Glimmer, stored Sigma Talks giveaway winners. Okay. All right. Well, definitely. Well, I got her. Wow, she's got 4,600 subs on YouTube. That's awesome. She's got a nice little thriving YouTube channel then. That's great. I barely broke 4,000. I barely broke 4,000 subs on YouTube, so that's awesome. I'm so happy for her. It's my job, which reminds me, where's my check? I only accept bear hides. Oh, man. You just want me to ruin the bear hide market some more. Want me to ruin that bear hide market some more. That's okay. We'll do it.
Not sure why I feel so tired.
All right, see you in 5 smelliest fries. Probably because we're tired.
Can't feel my hands.
And feel them now, my friend. I would ruin the bear hide market, but last time I did, all the bear hides got deleted for the new year. Yeah, that's why we deleted them for the new year. That's why we did it. It was for the new year. All right, we just got an hour left on the fire. What kind of fuel do I have left? I got a cedar, a couple coals, some reclaimed, and sticks. I know I've just been slowly harvesting this bear, which is not the most efficient way to do it, but I was really super tired and it was cold out there, so I did it that way because I wanted to. Ace, how you doing, buddy? Hey, UC, how are you? Hello, hello. Oh, and it's too windy out here to do any sort of fire. Okay. All right. We're going to come out and harvest this bear up again. We're going to harvest him up tomorrow. Good, just starving. And HRY. I don't know what HRY is. Hurried? Harried? Harried? Oh, there we go. To 69, dudes. Oh, how are you? Oh. I do not do... You want to confuse me, UC? All you have to do is not spell out words, and I'll be totally confused. I'll be totally confused. No. Well, no, that's HRY, but I don't speak text speak. When I text somebody, there's not an abbreviated word in the entire text. I don't abbreviate anything. That's how I roll. But yeah, I don't speak text speak. But no, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I spell out you. I spell out laugh out loud. No, I don't. I just use the emoji. I'm just kidding. I use the emoji. I'm not that lame. I do actually use some emojis when I text, okay? I'm not so lame that I spell out laugh out loud. I just use the little laughy little thing there. Green thumbed, okay. Is that their actual name? Is that them right there? Is that them right there? Ooh, they paint and stuff. Cool. Well, I'll give them a follow. I'll give them a follow. Oh, they're on. I'll give them a follow. So. They're painting something. They're painting something. Now that looks like, see, to me that looks like art. That looks like art right there. That's not just splatters on a wall. That actually looks like art. Yep, that actually looks like art. It's a mountain. I know it's a mountain. It's some trees. It looks like she's making a lake. That's actually freaking art. So, I applaud that. I applaud the endeavor. Make me some freaking art. Alright. Let's drink our water. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drink an herbal tea. Get some extra health back. Randomly found their channel was really cool. Figured I'd hope to have more people see it. Yeah, totally. No, don't worry about it. That's what we're here for. We help out. We help the humans. Mark Wars helps the humans, and we try to help the humans as well. I'm gonna go grab a drink real quick. I'll be right back.
Mouth so dry.
That's a moose, guys. That's a moose right there. This weekend, most people will be playing Elden Ring. I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what an Elden Ring is. It sounds cool, though. Is it on Steam? Elden Ring. Oh, it's $60. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for that. No, thank you. 60 bucks. 60 bucks. I don't be thinking so. So what is it? It's Souls-like. Oh, it's a Souls game. It's Souls RPG. Okay. Wow. Well, those are not real screenshots. That's just artwork. I want to see some actual screenshots from it. It looks cool. It's a fantasy action RPG. Rise, tarnished, and be guided by grace to brandish the power of the Elden Ring and become an Elden Lord in the lands between. Huh. It's by the same people who made Dark Souls series? Oh, that's why it's so big. That's why they referred to it as Dark Souls-like. Souls-like. It's on everything? Oh, well, I won't be missing it. I'll be noping on that one. Nope. I'm good. I'm good.
Sure I can carry much more.
It has 823k viewers on Twitch right now. Oh yeah. Probably. And let me guess. Let's see. Let me look at. So there's some people streaming it right now. I take it. Elden Ring. Okay. This is how I look at channels. Okay, so it's got 81,000 people following it, 824 viewers. The first guy has 49,000 of those viewers. The next guy has 44,000 of those viewers. The next guy has 25k, 19k, 19k, 17, 16, 15, 14, 14, 14, 12, 11, 11, 10, 10. Oh, Ko's playing it. Nice. I'd watch Ko out of any of them. I think he's better than any of these guys. Better than anybody. Ko's my hero. I want to be like Ko when I grow up. Yeah, so let's see. With my channel, let's scroll down to see if I bought and played Elden Rings. Let's see how many new viewers I'd be able to get off of that. See, this is what you have to figure as a streamer, boys and girls. Yes, it's a huge game with huge amounts of numbers on it. Oh, I'm still scrolling. I'm just into the 500s now. I'm just into the 500s now. I'm not even down to my channel size yet. Keep going. Oh, now I've hit the 400s. Oh, I'm keeping going. 300s. All right, 200s. Okay, okay. There's 200s.
That did it.
200, still 200s. Oh, I hit the 100s. I hit the 100s. I hit the 100s. Okay, alright, alright, alright. 120s. Okay, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Here we go. Oh, let's just dip. I just want to get... There we go. So we're at the 106s, 105s. So I'd be right in there. I'd be right in there. Yeah, unfortunately, a game like that is... that's what I call a non-growth game for small channels. You will pick up no viewers. Other than the crowd that you already have, you'll probably never pick up... You'll maybe pick up one or two, but you'll never get a bump in viewership for a game like that. It just won't happen. It just won't happen. It's so overly saturated that it's not a good place for a channel to grow. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't play it. If you enjoy it, always play it. If you're looking for a growth to your channel, I probably would stay away. I'm interested. Hold on a second. Hold on. I saw a feather here. I'm excited now to avoid the 10 million videos trying to spoil it. Yeah. I'm interested. I'll probably play it in the future. I'm just gonna go in and blind. Be near impossible with how popular it's quickly becoming. Well, yeah. That's a problem with oh, Elora. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. I heard you say your name on YouTube, and I still can't figure it out. But thank you for the follow. You're so very nice. You didn't have to do that. You come highly recommended from Casey Canby. Casey Canby from her. You come highly recommended. Well, you see, we got about another 45 minutes of Long Dark, and then we're going to play a little bit more Icarus tonight. You know, a lot of games like that, Smelly Fries, are sometimes good to wait till the popularity has kind of worn off. You know, be excited about it, but then once the popularity's kind of worn down, you can kind of get into it and have fun with it and not get it ruined, of course. That's always the other problem. That's the other problem as well. All right, we're gonna get in here and get warmed up. I'm gonna drink a little bit of water. I'm gonna go grab my toast. I made toast, I know.
Sun setting. It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
My toast is up, boys and girls. So delicious. I was feeling a little munchy. I had to do it. I was feeling munchy. I had to get some toast. An evil laugh over toast, because toast is evil. I could eat buttered toast all day long. And twice on Sunday. It's my comfort food. It makes me happy. And I don't really like anything on toast. I like butter. I like a big old slab of butter. That's about it. I do like peanut butter on toast. Now, peanut butter on a nice hot piece of toast. Peanut butter on a nice hot piece of toast is great. Because the peanut butter kind of gets all gooey and melty, and it's so delicious. Yeah, I've never been a jam or jelly person, so. I see how people can like it, but I've never been into that. Bleak Inlet has
Cold.
certain places that do not have timberwolves. It has certain places that timberwolves do not go. Blackrock has like 1 or 2.
All this gear is slowing me down.
No, yeah, Bleak Inlet's very low on fuel. Bleak Inlet doesn't have a lot of fuel in certain areas and doesn't have a lot of cloth. It also doesn't have a lot of deer and rabbits either. Very few deer and rabbits, so you want to take them if you find them. You know, BK, you're right, it is very bleak. It's very, very bleak. Now, if Timberwolves gave you unique pelt or coat and pelt, oh yeah, totally. I've said that all along, Smelly Fries. If you could make something unique out of a Timberwolf pelt, I would be all over it. Like if the Timberwolf pelt was a little better than the regular wolf pelt, not as good as a bearskin or a moose hide cloak, but if it was a little better than the wolf pelt, it would make you want to come here and get the Timberwolf pelts. You definitely want to. Some timber pants. Shiver me timber pants. Maybe have not only more wind resistance, but a little better protection. More protection than the wolfskin coat as well. Since timber wolves are a little, more resilient. Ooh, that's a great idea as well. Have it give you a bonus to the morale. That's a good idea too. I like that. Like when you wear it, it's sort of like wearing a bearskin coat or having a bearskin bedroll. Instead of fear, it gives the morale. It damages their morale a little bit more if they smell a dead timberwolf on you. They'll be like, Atheenon's been killing timberwolves. No. Timberwolf fur sweater. I've heard that, and Timberwolf undies. That's the other one people seem to like. They want some Timberwolf underwear. All right, let's put down our pry bar. I'm just stripping off some weight so that we can carry a few things here. But yep, the plan today, you see, is we got about another half-hour long dark, and then we're going to be switching over, and we're going to be playing a little bit of our current run in Icarus right now. We're doing a stockpile mission. It's a 30-day mission, so I got plenty of time to do it. But we're doing that right now as well, so we're going to be doing that tonight too. We got a couple things we're going to be doing tonight. Now tomorrow we'll be back on this character. We'll be exploring the rest of Timberwolf, the rest of Bleak Inlet, and we'll also be going to the Cannery, and then we'll be playing some Medieval Dynasty tomorrow night. The timers are pretty meaningless, BK. mean, the mission I'm on right now, BK, is a 30-day timer. 30 days. I can spend the next month playing that one mission if I want to.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
Well, you just want to make sure you're off planet before you go to your grandparents, then, Smelly Fries. That's the thing. You don't have to finish the mission. You just have to leave the planet before the timer runs out.
This bag is getting too heavy to carry.
If you choose to leave the planet before the timer runs out, BK, you just don't get paid. Hey, Daisy Dog. Yeah, we were just talking about Elden Ring. Hey, it's the hot new game.
Goddamn freezing.
I scrolled, Daisy Dog, I scrolled through at least 500 to 700 channels before it even got to my viewer size channel. Even if I was interested in playing Elden Ring, I probably wouldn't play it right now. It's not a growth category. There's nowhere that I could ever get any new viewers. Not that, you know, I'm upset with the viewers I have or anything, but it's like every streamer wants to stream in a place. If you want to grow your channel, you have to be somewhat visible. You have to be somewhat visible in the category that you're streaming in. If you're not visible at all, nobody's going to scroll through 700 people to find you. It's just not going to happen. If it happens, it's like a 1 in a gazillion chance it's going to happen. If I was to play Elden Ring, I'm sure I would have a lot of you come and watch me play it, and there would be no new activity though. No new people coming in going, hey, how's it going, you know? How do you like Elden Ring so far? You know, there wouldn't be that sort of interaction, I guess. So is that what happens, Ath? The timer runs out, they just kick you off planet, leaving your items behind? No, if the timer runs out and you're still on the planet, that character is dead. That character is considered lost on the planet and becomes unplayable. That is the one permadeath in that game. Is that if you don't leave in time, your character becomes part of the landscape. Also, those types of games have a lot of bots and toxic chat. Well, you know, certain games attract a certain crowd, I guess you could say. But hey, you know, the thing is that there's lots of people out there streaming it. I don't hold against anybody. Anybody going over and watching them, I don't hold that against you at all. You know, if you want to watch it, great. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds and thousands of good games out there to watch. There's so much content, so much stuff out there. Just like there's more games than I could ever play in my lifetime. Even if I stream 24/7, there's just as many channels. There's more channels and more content out there you could ever watch. So, and I know there's a lot of people probably who are not here right now who are over there watching it, and that's great. I'm glad they're excited about something new. I know Dark Souls, my nephew loves Dark Souls. My nephew thinks Dark Souls is amazing. Just realize if you're going to be busy for a few days, just hop on a sandbox world on Icarus. Yeah, oh yeah, they have a sandbox as well.
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
That's the thing about Icarus. You don't have to do the missions if you don't want to. You can actually go and level up in an open environment where there is no set goal. You don't get paid. You don't get any money, but
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
You know, you can do that, and that's unlimited. Those are unlimited sandboxes. They have like 3 worlds, like three biomes you can play in. You can play in the Arctic, the desert, or the forest. So I'd rather play it at first without spoilers. Oh yeah, you can just play a sandbox, yeah. Yeah, it's an open prospect. You don't get, you get XP for it. There's no monetary or exotic stuff that you can get in it. So you just basically can play it, and if you leave that sandbox, it's persistent, BK. So anything you build lasts in that sandbox. I've never chosen to play in those, but that is an option. I enjoy playing Dark Souls personally, but that's just me. Oh yeah, my nephew loves Dark Souls. I've heard Dark Souls is a very, very, very fun, triggering, enraging, make you pull your hair out of your head and scream and yell at the world type game. Things.
Stop.
Yeah, BK. Hold on a second. I'm actually gonna. I didn't realize I started early today, so I've already got like 3.5 hours in here. So we're gonna, next time we play tomorrow, we're gonna cook up this bear. We're gonna continue on from there. But I'll show you here in just a second. All right.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Finger to lips. Finger to lips, Will. All right. So we've gotten to day 238. We are almost a quarter of the way to our goal of 1,000 days. We have carcass harvesting, cooking, and fire starting to 5. Archery to 5. Mending is almost to 5. Ice fishing is about halfway through 2. So not too bad. Not too bad. So we're doing pretty good on that guy. That guy's been a lot of fun. I